Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Halloween Special 2021. Of course, I'm Alex, aka Alex 3.0, and I'm joined by Thomas, aka Horror Fan 34, aka Elvis.
Love it tender.
Uh-huh. Don't be cruel.
Don't be cruel.
And of course, I'm also joined. Yeah,
Don't be cruel. I'm gonna go Heartbreak Hotel.
of course, I'm also joined by my other co-host, Rob, aka Movie Massacre, aka Jack the Clown. Just don't kill anybody. I got special guests here today. I got Julie Cassidy from Let's Talk About Movies and More. She's supposed to be
Miss
a
Hippie.
peace-loving hippie.
Peace.
Uh-huh. Of course, first time here, I'm joined by Sean Urshan, aka Count Dracula, aka Phantom of the Dracula.
Yay!
Go check out his channel. Uh-huh. And of course, I'm joined. This is also first time Wesley.
What's up?
Hey,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
it's good to have you here, man.
it's good to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just
Actually-
yourself today. You're not anybody.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have time.
That's okay. You'll be the average.
I'll be the
Joe.
human of the bunch.
Yeah, you'll be. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So pretty much this show is just like we talk about horror movies, Halloween the season, scary stuff, whatever you guys want. It's free for all.
Well, I'll tell you, I was born in Memphis. I was not far from Graceland. I told people to not be cruel. Oh, you don't want to hear that story? Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we don't want to hear your origin story.
Can I have what your autograph, man?
Yeah.
I'll send it right over. Uh-huh.
Forco84 says lovely. Well, thank you, Forco.
Oh, Forca
What's
84.
up, Forca?
Oh, Forca 84. You're too kind.
Uh-huh. So, what are you guys doing specifically today, other than?
Right.
Can you hear the train?
Yeah.
Interrupt us.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like my ass after a meal sometimes. But anyway, I digress.
Can I watch on Taco Bell?
But later on today, for plans wise today, I'm actually having company or over around like 5 or 6, and that is when trick or treaters usually first start coming around. So that's what I'm going to be doing today.
Cool.
Cool.
Got jumbo Hershey bars once again. What like we
Ooh,
do?
Jumbo. Oh, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
Hell,
Since
a lot of people on our street usually try to come by different costumes and get more. So, and we give it to them anyway because we usually overstuff on Hershey bars anyway. We're usually with a lot left over, so we just give them to them.
I've been uploading videos. I stayed up late last night uploading videos, and I finished the rest this morning, but I got more coming.
Oh yeah, and by the way, later on today, I'm going to do my last review for my 31 Days of Horror challenge. I'll be reviewing the original Halloween.
I couldn't finish it.
Me either.
That's why I never even tried.
Couldn't commit.
Well, you know what? Don't feel too bad, Rob. Julie couldn't finish it either. So
I didn't even start.
Well, between work and the kids
you
and
didn't
all
even
that.
try, Alex.
It's hard, dude.
I would,
I don't
I would
know.
never even try that.
Maybe next year.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
it's
hard.
very
Even at 13, I tried 13. It didn't work.
Yeah, it's a lot to do for just one video.
Thomas is
I mean-
committed.
Yeah.
I did good to post 8.
I'll give you credit, Tom.
I've done the 31 Days of Horror for 4 years in a row now.
Damn.
I take my hat off to anyone who can do that.
Because you figure 31, 31, 31, and 31 of each for 4 years. That's like about over 100 videos right there alone.
Shit.
You're a true horror fan.
I kind of feel like Julie, like in one day, posting 9 videos.
In one day.
Yeah,
That's-
well, look at what Julie
Wow.
did yesterday. She posted like 9 videos all in one day yesterday.
No, it was 18.
That's crazy.
18?
Bravo.
I'm trying to reach my
Her
goal.
and her and Dale are doing this milestone competitive contest.
Wow.
Trying
I've
to
got
get,
50 more to upload before I get to 1,000, and then he's got like 15. And I was up till late last night uploading them. And then I woke up at 7, and I was still finishing off. And I'm not gonna do any more today. I'll do some more tomorrow.
I was so behind on her voice messages yesterday because I was out to dinner with the family. So
Yeah.
so I had to catch up. I didn't get in until like late last night, and then I voice messaged all their stuff around like 2 a.m. So
Hey, you started it. Mm. Over there asking me to slow down on my posting so he can watch my videos right. Don't tell me to slow down. I'll just post it more.
you gotta tell Dale to you ain't nothing but a hound dog. You got to tell
Sean,
Dale.
I really enjoyed your newest video.
Yeah,
that
I
you
did. I did too.
So,
Oh, thank you.
which video was that?
It was really cool. Dark Fate,
Oh, okay.
the Dark Fate video you did.
Okay. Jorge 84 says only had 10 trick or treaters
I
last year.
wanted to
We shall
try
see.
and get some cool fall feeling in there. So I went up into the woods and stuff.
Yeah, it looks.
Hey,
It did
Sean,
look creepy.
I got a question for you, Sean. Are there any more horror cons coming up around your area or no?
Not that I know of, really.
Because I'm going to one more before this year is up in about 2 weeks.
Where at?
It's in Atlantic City.
Nice.
I'm only going to meet 3 people though because 80% of the guest list I've already met before. Sadly,
And I was going to say you've already met everybody, haven't you?
because like the list they have there, like 80% of it is Tony Moran, Felissa Rose, Alex Vincent, Christina Lee, and I'm like, I've met all these people before.
Been there, done that.
So there's only really 3 people there that really poked my interest, and I'm going to get. So I'm going to get those 3.
And who's that?
Claudia Wells from Back to the Future, Scott
Wow.
McDonald, Jack Frost himself from the horror film Jack Frost. And I think you say her name, Lisa Jacob. She played Lydia Hiller and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Weird
She was also in
place to
Independence
be.
Day.
Independence Day. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she was in that one.
Yes, she was. They're like the main 2 things she was really known for. And then she did like a few other smaller things. And I think now she's retired and she's actually a blogger for like mental health and all that stuff, which is kind of interesting.
A real job. All real job.
So hopefully, I can't wait for that one. Especially can't wait to meet Jack Frost. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, Julie, are you the only one in here who hasn't seen Halloween Kills?
Yeah, I'm the only one here who hasn't seen it yet.
But no one spoiler. If that
Oh,
comes out.
I gotta watch out for spoilers.
Yeah.
I gotta wait until it comes out before I can get it because we
Yeah.
don't have it close to theater to drive out. We have to drive like forever to get to the place.
Okay.
It's kind of like how Julie told me that like the nearest Wendy's near her is like an hour.
And the next Walmart is like
Wow.
45 minutes. And
I know that feeling.
I can see why she does.
do what?
So I know that feeling.
Oh, yeah. Gotta drive everywhere before you get there and then drive back. Now we're there, now we're back.
Wow.
And of course, now I can't really go nowhere because of the stupid COVID that's been going around. I've been at home since July.
Out in the boonies, huh?
Out in the boonies, yeah, literally.
No, yeah, Julie. What part of Texas you said you were from again?
Off the borderline in Louisiana.
Oh, okay. So you're like on the border. Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Like Baytown?
Mm, no, it's actually called the Sabine Pass. I don't know if y'all hear it on the news or anything, but they call it
Yeah.
Sabine. Sabine County.
Yeah, I live in the Houston area.
We used to live in Houston, and then we moved down here to Hemphill, Texas.
Yeah, I got family in Houston.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
And Rob,
I used to live in the Kewanee area.
and Rob, you also said that you also have family in Florida as well.
Yes, I do.
Oh wow.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere.
I have family in Florida too. They're not doing that well, sadly.
Mm.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
They're both very gravely ill. It's my Aunt Joan and my Uncle Vince.
That's unfortunate.
But they're in their 90s though, so
Yeah.
and fun thing too, Julia. Alex actually used to live in LA
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
before he moved out near Rob in Illinois.
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 Illinois is not that great though. I mean, everything's like
This is
for
cool.
for a
The
for a
only
sticker to put on to renew your car sticker, it's like $151
Uh-huh.
for that.
Damn.
That's too much.
Yeah,
I can spend that.
I just paid it.
I can use that money for a fancy dinner at a steakhouse or something like that.
I could use that money to buy my Nintendo Switch or another movie.
There you go.
Just better,
I'd buy a lot of
Buy a
horror
lot of
movies.
movies for that.
better things you can do with your money than just getting a sticker thing for your car.
Yeah.
Illinois has
I'd
done a
buy
lot
out
of
Scream
crap to their
Factory
people.
with that.
Yeah, factory especially.
What was that, Wesley?
I said Illinois has done a lot to screw over the people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, nothing's changed.
No.
Where you from, Rob?
Where am I?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in a little town called Kewanee. It's I don't know, like 2, maybe almost 3 hours from Chicago.
yeah.
And Sean, you're from Maryland, right?
Massachusetts. I'm not
Oh,
from there. I'm not from here, but that's where I live.
The majority of the people in here are Illinois because we have Rob and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And Wesley used to
I'm
live
in
here.
Texas.
Yeah, I used to live there. Now I live in Texas.
And Julie does too.
Texas.
So me and Sean
Hate
are the
the
lone
weather.
so me and Sean are the lone outcasts in here.
And you're in New Jersey, Thomas?
I'm Philadelphia,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
Philly.
Hey,
Billy boy.
Rocky Town.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Rocky Town.
Yeah, fuck Joe Girardi.
You're in Sean, you're in where you're in Maryland, you said?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. Okay.
Yeah. Close to Boston.
You know what I keep thinking? K. Jason Link is Maryland. That's why I keep thinking
Yeah.
Maryland.
You know where I want to visit? It's on my bucket list. Is Salem. I want to visit
yeah.
Salem.
Salem.
Love
Yeah.
it.
You want to go see the world of which you were home?
It's still
I
fascinating.
go there all the time.
My mom said she wants to go up there one time.
That would be interesting to go visit. Yeah.
My mom wants to go up there so badly for like Halloween season because Halloween's like her favorite holiday ever.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy there at Halloween. You can't even get in there.
It's hard to believe. Like you wouldn't think my mother would love Halloween as much as she does, but she actually really does.
It's
She
awesome.
goes all out on decorations, and oh my god, like she just goes all out on them.
All I did this week at work was scare people.
I had watched a few of your YouTube videos with the decorations, Rob. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. From past year.
Oh yeah, those are re-uploads from the past. Let's see, 2018, 2019, 2020. They didn't have trick or treating.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
So this year we're doing the same thing.
I'm surprised we had as many people as we did for trick or treating last year, especially with the pandemic.
Yeah.
We had quite a
Dan
few.
and I get about
Yeah.
700 kids.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wonder how much it's going to be this
Yeah.
year.
probably a lot.
I never get anybody. Lucky if I get one.
Well, do you live in the middle of nowhere or something?
No, I live in a pretty busy city.
But you
I
don't
don't know.
get trick-or-treaters ever?
Nobody comes down my street. Maybe it's because it's too busy, too many cars. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Don't have nobody worried about coming where I live. We live out in the boonies, practically.
Just watch out. Just watch out, because you live in the backwoods areas, right?
What about you, Wesley? Dude?
Yeah. We've had,
Do you kind of almost like live near like the Louisiana swamps in a way?
Yeah, what?
So I'm about to say, watch out
for the Firefly family. Watch out for Otis.
Or I was about to say, watch out for Victor Corrali.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
What about you, Wesley? Do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters usually?
Well, my neighborhood, we get some.
Uh-huh.
Not a whole lot. Usually go up north to the Ritchie area for trick or treating myself with my son.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
We don't get very much here.
Yeah.
Are you taking your son trick or treating, Wes, today?
Yeah. It starts around 5 or 6.
Cool.
What's your son dressing up as this year for Halloween?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
All right.
Classic.
Nice.
Yep. I like Spider-Man.
Yeah, last year he was the Hulk, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
What about your kids, Rob? What are they? Yeah.
Well, I have Logan's. He's being a character from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this is, like Foxy or something. Lannon's going to be the Flash. He's got the Flash costume.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah, they're
Are
excited.
5 years old,
Yeah,
right?
last year your kids were Bumblebee and Optimus Prime.
No,
Yeah.
well, my kids are 7.
7.
Sorry.
Are they getting into horror
Yeah.
movies like you?
Yeah, actually, quick story.
Ooh, I like to
So last night, being in the spirit of Halloween, H2O was on TV. It was on AMC. And so it was just beginning. And so me, my dad, who loves horror movies, my mom, who doesn't really like them, and then Logan and Landon were sitting there. And I'm like, okay, we're going to sit down. We're going to watch H2O. And of course, all the bloody stuff was cut out kind of for TV.
Yeah.
But they enjoyed it. They were like, they kept saying like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis, like she's going to fight Michael and Michael's, did Michael kill that guy? Like they were asking all these questions and, I don't know. It was just a fun experience. To be honest, I started horror movies younger than that. I started probably 5 when I first saw a horror movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
My mom introduced me to Halloween when I was 6.
Did they like it?
Yeah.
I was in Friday the 13th when I was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a fun experience. And I keep telling my kids, like, it's violent. There's blood. There's stuff like that. But it's all just fake. For fun. It's all fake, but it's all for fun. It's for the spirit of Halloween. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like stage props. Like that's just
yeah. And they understood that. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Alex, I see in the comments you were saying trunk or treat. You don't know what trunk or treat is?
What is it?
Trunk or treat is when basically people have candy in the back of their trunk of their car and they sell out, then they give it out to kids.
Okay.
Yeah, he's partially right.
I was personally right down the street from it, and a lot of people that go to the church park their candy out of their
Thomas, you're cutting up really badly.
Yeah, you're cutting out on my end.
Yeah.
Mine too. We had those here around the downtown square.
Trunk or basically trunk or treating is like he was trying to say is you get an event like say a church or where we went to as a park that's run by the county, and what it is that you get a whole bunch of cars and you decorate the cars and you just like house to house instead of house to house is car to car, and you say trunk or treat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sell candy out of the trunk of your car.
See, at first I thought 4K4 was just misspelling it.
Nah, he was saying it right.
Right, okay. Trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes, do you remember Bakersville?
Yeah.
So Bakersville was canceled this year, which sucks. Because Dan and I did the event in 2019. We did, a skit for Bakersville, and we got like third place or something like that. And this year was going to be something cool. It was going to be the park was going to be about The Shining. It was going to be the whole thing was going to be about The Shining. So whatever skit that you come up with has to pertain something to The Shining Hotel.
Awesome.
And so, yeah, so they canceled it, and I'm like, oh man, because we had our thing all set up.
Now,
They canceled it.
What was the thing that you were going to do from The Shining, Rob?
So I was going to be Jack Torrance,
Nice.
and I had the axe and everything, and we had these two girls that were going to be the twins, and someone was going to play Wendy, but we weren't sure. We were trying to line up who was going to play because there was commitment issues and all that stuff. And then we had a boy to play Danny, and we were going to just mimic some of the scenes out in the forest and stuff like that. Yeah, it was going to be awesome, but man, they canceled it because they're like, because of COVID and all this stuff. It's just like, come on, like, I don't know.
So,
it sucks.
does that mean that Dan was gonna play Scatman Crothers?
Dan was going to. He was like, when I talked to him, he didn't really want to do it. But then I came up with the idea of maybe him doing something else, like maybe in charge of the music or in charge of like maybe writing this, like the script or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had to kind of do it because I'm part of the committee.
Right.
So I have to do my thing. So
hopefully you guys get to do that next year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it sounds good.
yeah.
When you talking about that last year, you said that you were hoping this year they would do it, and then you guys would do the Shining thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of commitment issues because you got a lot of people coming together, for all these different things. So yeah, it's a lot to do. Anyway.
Yeah. That looks cool.
Yeah, nice. That steelbook.
Yeah, I actually.
What do you got?
A fun story with this.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I remember at my very first part-time job. My first paycheck I ever got from my first part-time job. This is like one of the first things I ever bought with my first paycheck.
Oh, excuse me.
That's you.
That's you.
Hey, sorry about that.
It's all right.
No,
Camera.
I've sneezed too. I sneeze all the time on Messenger and Instagram and voice
It's
messages.
just not on the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. I was just trying not to let it. No, go away, go away.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter, Julie. It's not like the sound's gonna go to us. It's not gonna go through the camera. No.
Anyone been to any haunted houses this season?
No, this is the first time in a couple years where I have not done a haunted house attraction.
Yeah, there's nothing here around here.
I remember they used to do it a long time ago in Kiwami. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago we did the Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yeah, Wes, you remember the guys with chainsaws who would chase you around?
Yes,
They were brutal, man. They would
Yes.
they chased this one kid. This one kid got so scared he skinned up his whole leg because he fell. Yeah.
Kill the crazy.
Probably lucky that family didn't sue.
Well, I mean, but I mean, they didn't touch him. They just were chasing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, at the same time, I'm surprised they didn't sue.
It was the kid's fault falling.
Nowadays, they probably would.
Yeah.
But
And they use like real chainsaws, right? Just
without the chain, they didn't have no chain on them. But yeah, the real chainsaw.
I got a fun story for you guys about one of my visits to a haunted house attraction.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's like it had nothing to do with me, like, getting hurt or anything like that. It was actually part of the attraction. There was 3 main attractions at this one particular place where it was a haunted house. They had the actual haunted house, they had a haunted hayride, and they had a haunted maze. So the haunted hayride we did, it goes really, really slow, and then all of a sudden it got to a part where we're out in the middle of the field, and it's all pitch black, like no lights, no nothing. We were just riding in the pitch black, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the field, out in the middle of nowhere where you're at, all you see is like a little mini like projection screen like propped up out there, and all you see on the projection screen being played is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, and they're playing a clip from when Jessica Biel and the other person are hiding in that car.
Yeah.
And Leatherface is slicing, trying to get through the chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you pass by that projection screen, while you're looking at it, all these lights come on. All you hear is, and then there's like 10 guys running around with chainsaws around you. and then you realize when all the lights go on, you're like in like a little junkyard area, and all these guys with chainsaws are just running around revving them up.
Nice.
That was probably the best part of that whole haunted hayride. That was probably the best thing about a haunted hayride.
You know what would have been cool if it was like every version of Leatherface throughout all the movies. We had every.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Alex and I had a chance to go into one when we were seeing Tony Moran, but we didn't. We didn't go in there.
Oh yeah, Alex almost died that night.
Yeah.
It was a 3-hour wait for Tony Moran.
Alex almost died of dehydration.
Yeah.
3 hours.
3-hour line for Tony.
Wow.
So that's funny you mentioned that. Like, didn't have Haunted Haven this year?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
Tony in Salem. There was no wait. There was like no line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Well, the reason is because they had it set up where you go get Tony's autograph. They had that line, but then they had the line for
like both lines were like fucked up in a bad.
The line for the for the haunted house merged with Tony's, so it wasn't fair. They kept letting them ahead of us. Yeah, and I don't know. It was just
that was the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the reason why it took so long for us.
Yeah.
Tony Moran called Rob a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how short he was. I looked down.
You know what though? He could have called him worse.
Yeah, he could have.
But he didn't.
I took it as a compliment. I didn't. I wasn't like, oh, he's an asshole.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And then when I met him, he's like, I remember that tall motherfucker.
I was almost like, man, you were Unmasked Michael. Like, you're pretty short there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just make him look short. That's it. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, can't tell in any videos how tall you are.
He is, dude.
Yeah, because I'm sitting down most of the time. I met Alex. I'm like, man, you're short, Alex.
You're just gigantic, man.
I'm just,
I'm average.
Yeah.
I'm the shortest one in here.
How tall are you, Julie?
4'9".
4'9".
Oh my gosh, Julie!
You don't even make 5.
All the rest of the 5 of us would tower over you.
Yeah. Like, hi.
I thought I was short.
And yes, I have to sit on a pillow when I drive, and I have to have my seat scooted up to reach the pedals. Every time my dad tries to get in the car, he gripes at it every time because he has to adjust everything. I'm like, I can't help it.
You seem pretty tall, Sean. How tall are you?
Nah, I'm just average, like.
Oh, okay.
5'10".
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm only 5'9".
I'm about 5'8".
Okay.
What are you, Rob? 6'2"?
Me? No, I'm 6'5".
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Did you not see, like did you not remember the skit that we did like a few weeks ago? Look at how over he is.
Yeah, Alex is like a little kid.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in the skit when we did our hug together, Rob had to bend down a bit, you know,
Yeah.
because these towers already.
If I had boobs, he'd be right in the middle of it.
Honey, I'm gonna go get Starbucks and then we're gonna go see Halloween Kills.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, he.
Oh, is this your son?
yeah.
Yeah, really.
Right.
0.1.
I have more trouble with YouTube trying to think I'm a kid when I'm not because they always keep cutting my comments off and I have to go back and turn them on.
Oh yeah, Julia,
Oh.
I couldn't comment on your last like 6 videos.
Well,
I just-
it's
Really?
the
It's saying
YouTube.
there's a
Like when you
child in
upload
the
a video,
video?
you gotta set it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you set it up that way or?
Yeah, so,
Well, you can set it up to where your
Yeah.
channel is not kid friendly.
That's
Yeah.
what I did. I set it up where it's not, but I still have to go up there and try to make the comments to go off. I'm like, well, I am not a kid.
mhm.
I don't know. YouTube is glitchy.
Hey, Dale,
Hey, Dale.
Dale
Hey,
started.
Glad you
Dale.
dropped in.
Dale.
Up to Dale.
Glad you dropped in.
Happy
Oh.
Halloween.
I wonder what he's gonna say about Julie's costume.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
I wonder if he knows how many videos you uploaded last night.
Yeah, he does. He knows.
Oh boy.
Well, you said that you guys are competing against each other in a way, so I'm pretty sure he keeps track.
I'm not doing any more today. I'll post some more tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys all
So did,
sleep go into hibernation after Halloween? That's because you're uploading so many videos.
Well, I'm
I'll be
sure
going to
Dale
bed early tonight. That's for sure.
will go into hibernation because he's
What is the latest Halloween or like horror movie you've seen like just recently? Like anybody?
I recently saw the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix.
I saw it for the
seen
first
that yet.
time 28 days later.
Oh, cool.
First
I
time.
love 20 Days Later. Yeah.
Ah,
See,
20
I
days
saw,
later,
I saw the second one years ago. I never saw the first one.
Oh yeah, 28 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Halloween earlier before the show, and
Well, I have Halloween playing in the background, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll be watching Halloween.
I watched the first 2 this morning.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll be watching the original later on tonight as my last review.
that's all you really need, Sean.
Exactly.
First two. Hey, show some respect for Season of the Witch.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good movie.
I have a lot
I
of
love
stuff
Halloween
now.
3.
I think it is.
I love Halloween 3.
Halloween 3 I thought was a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand where the
Like freaking Tom Atkins, for God's sake.
I can understand where some people got upset, but it's like,
Yes.
come on.
It has great music.
I know.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't have Michael Myers in it, so it sucks.
Yeah.
Tom Atkins is a great lead.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Part 5 of Friday 13th didn't have Jason either.
That was
Only in the
good.
dream sequence.
Yeah. That was good. Roy took care of business. He had more kills.
Friday the 13th Part 5 is so underrated. Granted, it's not Jason, but that movie is so damn funny.
It's
Yeah,
fun. It's really fun.
Would you shut the fuck up and eat your fucking slop?
I love her.
Yeah.
They're slap.
Mama!
That's fun. Well, I don't know.
It's almost
You
time
bring
to
Jill
get
now.
the
Eat your fucking
clock's
slop.
ticking.
Either way.
Be in front of your TV sets for the horror-thon. And remember the big giveaway at 9.
Who's playing that?
Listen,
Where's my
don't
format?
forget to wear your masks. The
What?
clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Oh no! There's more.
Slack Soul Station Bingo Hell.
I never heard of any of those titles.
I've never heard of any.
I was.
Are those
tempted to
like
watch
independent
those,
horror?
but I didn't know if
That's
I'd be any
probably
good or not.
Probably.
Sean, have you heard of any of these?
Huh.
Oh, damn.
Never heard of a single one of
Very,
these.
very obscure. If,
Me either.
if Sean Urshan doesn't know them, then they're
They
very,
almost
very
sound like
obscure.
Wild Eye films.
Yeah.
Probably are.
Yeah.
So now I know you have a lot of those, Rob. A lot of Wild Eye releases.
Yeah, a lot.
Mhm.
You know what? It's a
Do
good
you do
company.
that Wild Eye Wednesday thing?
I don't do that, but they have sent me movies just to like check out screeners and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't know. Some people, when they do the reviews for Wild Eye, they kind of don't. I kind of think they always praise them. I think Wild Eye is a good company, but I don't think all their movies are that great. Honestly, just tell it like it is. I think a lot of them are really bad, but some of them are. They do have some good, good stories and things. So,
Mhm.
Bingo Hell, yeah, Bingo Hell. That sounds just like a Wild Eye film. That's like the title.
He said Soul.
Blue Jeans.
He said Soul Station is a prequel to
Sounds
Train
like
to
a
Busan.
4-star classic.
Well, there's other good companies too, like High Octane. They do some good stuff. Then there's like ITN. There's a lot.
Probably the only indies I've seen like lately are on like Netflix and stuff or like Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from Prime. Bingo Hell.
Here, I'm going to show you guys. I got two. My kids took their pictures, so here's Landon as the Flash,
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Cool.
and then here's Logan as I guess Foxy from.
Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
From
geez.
I've played the game like one time, but
From Willy's Wonderland.
No,
Willy's Wonderland. Yeah, that's a good movie.
and it is. It is. I
Uh-huh.
like that movie, yeah. But Thomas is a
What do you
little
like better?
with the Willy's Wonderland.
Do you like that better or Banana Splits?
I actually kind of predicted that actually.
What?
Do you like Willy's Wonderland or Banana Splits better?
Willy's Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
Although, but if I want to see like a film that's sort of like in that style, I watch Meet the Feebles.
Yeah, that's another one.
Meet the Feebles, Meet the Feebles.
Did everyone answered Rob's question about what horror movies they saw recently?
I guess for me it'd be Halloween Kills.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Julie,
Mhm.
what horror movies have you seen recently?
I watched all the parts of the Chucky movies not too
Oh,
long
that's
ago.
right. That's right.
Oh yeah, she did a whole Chucky marathon.
That's a great box set. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if I'd be able to get it or not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was able to get it, and I watched all 7 of them not so long ago and did reviews on them.
Mhm. I'm not surprised that you like
The first 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first 3 are the best ones.
most people agree with that.
And see the Chucky sucks.
Mhm.
Yes, it does.
Most people agree with that too.
You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants.
Mhm.
Was that the one where like Britney Spears passed by in the
Yeah,
car?
yeah.
And they play her music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
that's
was
the
actually
one.
a bad review from me on those. Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. Not a very good review for me.
Hey, Julie, did you realize who was in Bride of Chucky while you were watching it?
Uh,
The cop.
probably not.
You recognize who played the cop in that? That was John Ritter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I did recognize him. Yeah,
That's John Ritter.
I looked at him. I was like, "Why does he sound familiar?" And then I was like, "There's John Ritter." Yeah,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
it took me a minute to recognize him at first.
He's fantastic in the movie in It. I love
Yeah,
him
I
in It.
like
Yeah.
Would you say that's your favorite movie with John Ritter? Is probably Stephen King's It?
Favorite movie?
Yeah, with John Ritter.
It'd probably be one of them. One of my favorites, maybe.
I loved him in Sling. Loved him in
Yeah.
Sling
Sling
Blade.
Blade, I would say.
He was great in Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Problem Child.
Very good drama role.
Yeah.
I used to watch Three's Company all the time.
You know
I
what?
love Three's Company.
I do.
Yeah.
I actually I know what my favorite John Ritter film is now that I think about it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yep. I love Stay Tuned, especially when he's sucked into the TV and he's going through all these channels and he gets to a channel where it's kind of like a Three's Company ripoff.
Yeah.
He's like, ah,
I saw that in the movies.
lucky
Oh,
you.
cool.
I was non-existent back then.
Yeah.
I wasn't born in 1992.
Shit, I was watching the original Three's Company on TV. That's how old.
Yeah. I was born in 1980.
Well, I'm kind of excited because it's in theater for one day, and I never saw the original in theater, and I'm going to see Rocky for the director's cut in theater because I want to see a Rocky movie. Yeah. Yeah.
No robot, so hey.
Whether it's good or not, I don't care. It's Rocky, so
Paulie
I'm gonna
doesn't
go see it.
No robot.
Paulie doesn't fuck a robot, which is disappointing.
See that?
Yeah, those scenes are gone. Paulie in his underwear and all.
When first Stallone coming out with the director's cut of Rocky 4, I thought we were gonna finally get the Polly robot sex scene.
That's too graphic.
Release the robot cut.
It'll be sexy.
Robot cut.
It'll be a much more sexy. It'll be a much more sexier sex scene than Showgirls.
Right.
I think we need a detailed scene of Paulie reprogramming the robot to talk to him dirty like that.
Yes. That's canon.
That's what I want. I want to see some good characterization there.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the Expendable 4?
Yes,
I thought so. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
You know what? This one's probably going to be PG.
Oh no, I hope not.
and then Stallone's going to ask Schwarzenegger, Did you fight? No, I did not fight. It was you.
Okay, so I gotta ask this: who here is looking forward to Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I am.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Unfortunately, it's getting ripped up already by the damn critics. But who the
Yeah.
F cares?
All the same.
Yeah, that's because of their
critics.
issue is their issue is because they feel that this one it just like forgets about what happened back in 2016.
Yeah,
The
well,
all-female?
the whole,
Yeah.
That's not part of the canon.
It's not part of the story.
Who cares?
Exactly, but they don't see it that way. They see it as
This one has
they're misogynistic and
Yeah,
all
they
that.
can't take the criticism that the movie was not good.
Mhm.
Right.
and the
That's-
movie
that's just it.
Ghostbusters 2016 was genuinely not good.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
nothing
it wasn't.
against Kristen Wiig or Leslie Jones or any of them. They were doing what was written.
It was written
And-
poorly.
I blame Paul Feig.
Right.
Yeah, Paul Feig did not do a good job directing either. And I blame the writers too. I'm sure Paul Feig had a hand in the writing.
Yeah, he did. He co-wrote the film.
Yeah, exactly. Like I blame more of the writing than anything and the direction.
By the way, Ghostbusters.
I mean, I'm a huge Ghostbusters. I mean, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, just movies I grew up with. It's just, when 2016 came out, I felt it was like a slap in the face. It just pissed me off. It just-
Watching that.
By the way, Ghostbusters show coming next month. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually showing the original Ghostbusters around here for like a re-release. Hopefully, I get a chance to see it. Like, 'cause, that came out before I was born, so I was like, oh man, that's cool to see.
Yeah, I got that same exact one.
Yeah, I actually got this at Best Buy.
Yeah,
Like,
I got 1 and 2 like that.
I really need to get the standalone version of the first one because that one has like a lot of more features on it.
Mhm.
Because I think it has like one of those like commentaries where they point at the screen and it's like Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd and all them guys.
Yeah, did yours come with the book like mine did?
Yeah, this one comes. Yeah, this one it comes with
Yeah, mine did too. Yeah,
with this thing.
yeah.
So many great lines from the first one I can just quote over and over again. This is like literally one of my favorite comedies ever.
Bye bye.
Like there was actually like there's been quite a few people who got like early screenings to Ghostbusters after that. And a lot of them did like really good. Like huge respects to the original film. Like that. So I don't know.
Yes, this is true. This man has no dick.
Yeah.
Go get her, Ray.
Tell him about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
I'll never forget whenever I think of Ghostbusters as well, I think of that fun Bill Murray cameo in Zombieland.
Yeah.
that was fun.
That or
Jesse Eisenberg shoots him. Oh my god! I just fucking shot Bill Murray.
yeah. That or the Dan Aykroyd cameo in Casper.
He was
Oh
obsessed.
yeah, that's
He's-
great.
Who you gonna call? Someone else.
Yeah. I saw the
Hard to believe Devin Shaw was in that movie.
Yeah, when I saw
Uncredited too.
yeah, he played
Yeah.
human version of Casper.
Human version of Casper. Yeah.
I remember when I saw Casper as a kid, and then that part came up with Dan Aykroyd, and he said, "Who are you gonna call? Someone else." And I remember watching it, I stood up and I was like, "Ghostbusters!" Because I had seen Ghostbusters 2 already, so I was familiar. Yeah.
Huh?
And I started singing the song, and then the song was playing in my head all day.
And did you realize too? There's other. And Julie, you've seen Casper, right, Julie?
I have Casper.
And you realize other cameos in the film other than like Dan Aykroyd and Devin Sawa.
Mm-hmm.
When
I've also not seen it, but yeah.
when Bill Pullman's looking in the mirror, you got the Crypt Keeper, you got Mel Gibson, you got Clint Eastwood, you got Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why you had like those guys in there is because Steven Spielberg.
Right.
And I know originally the guy that was going to direct Casper originally was going to be the guy that did the first Ninja Turtles,
Oh.
Steve Barron. Then he said no. I think he regretted it. Then they ended up getting someone else.
Mm.
I like Casper. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like the only one that's not a fan of Casper is Christina Ricci herself.
Really?
Yeah, she just don't like
She says that it sucked. Like I'm supposed to fall in love with a ghost. Like, how's anyone going to buy that? I'm like, well, you're not really supposed to buy that.
It's a kids movie.
It's meant to be a fantasy.
Yeah.
I know Christina
The
Ricci.
connection with the two characters, like she doesn't really have anybody, like no friends really, and he's a lonely ghost. So it's like that's the connection right there.
It's kind of like I know she hates Casper, but I'm sorry. I think Casper is a hell lot better than Bucky Larson.
Mhm.
A hell lot better than Speed Racer. A hell lot better than Cursed.
Okay, hey, how about this? Okay, coming off that topic,
Release the credit card.
something that I think is interesting that I want to ask each of you
Mhm.
is, can you name a horror series
Okay.
where you love or even like every single movie or title within that series?
I can.
Okay,
Friday the 13th.
I'd like to hear. That's the most obvious one. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be
I
mine.
like, yeah.
Because I think every single one of them has their own merits to them, and I think they're good in their
Like if you
own
think of
way.
horror series like Phantasm, Nightmare, Halloween, all those series, like is there one series where you can say that you like each and every movie in that series?
Alex
I
has,
knew you were gonna-
Alex has your answer.
Friday 13th and Scream, yeah.
Scream, yeah.
Yeah,
when we did the Friday 13th show,
How about you, Sean?
Go ahead.
yeah, the Hammer Dracula movies.
Awesome. Cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't think
I
about
read
that.
I didn't really think of that as a horror series.
Those are all good, yeah.
good, yeah.
Series.
I never really consider that. I always consider I always thought of Elm Street and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween and
Well,
Yeah,
the Hammer films, to a lot of it seems like they always get brushed over. It seems like no one.
the reason why I say I say Friday the 13th is my favorite. I can love I can enjoy every one of those movies, but because I think each one of them has their own merits to them. They have good moments in each movie. But
Yeah,
compared
we never seen Jason cry.
I don't like the last couple.
well, yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Takes Manhattan does have its issues, but
It does, but it's fun. How about you, Wes? How about you? Like what? A
What's the
series?
question?
What?
What's the question?
A horror series where you like every single title within that series,
Oh, jeez.
Is there one that you like?
if you can name
Maybe the Poltergeist series.
Really?
I think Poltergeist 3 is pretty damn bad, but
Uh-huh.
I've only seen the first one.
I don't really like the first
Uh,
one.
oh,
Does that
you never,
include the
really-
remake?
oh, you never saw,
that's the first. That's the first.
you never
series
saw
that
2 and 3, Julie.
No, just the first one.
I
Poltergeist,
saw the first
Poltergeist 3 is
and
hard
third.
to watch because Poltergeist 3 is kind of sad because when you watch part 3 with Carol Ann,
Mm-hmm.
her face is all puffed up. But that was when she was ill.
Yeah, she's wrong.
Hmm.
I'd say a
Didn't she
close
die
one.
Didn't she die during that? Making
She
that?
died.
No,
Yeah, she died after the
Right
film.
after she finished
Oh.
filming, yeah.
I'd say a close one for me too would be Phantasm.
Phantasm. I think all 4 Phantasms were good. Yeah.
Well,
I
Five.
haven't seen 5 yet.
There's 5 of them. That's right.
Ravager is the last one. Ravager was a little weak, but I don't think it was bad.
I think my favorite sequel out of the Phantasm films is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
I love Phantasm 2.
How about you, Julie? Have you seen the Phantasm movies?
Just the first one.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know what? I would say the Chucky series, if not for Seed of Chucky, though.
Wes, you've seen Phantasm, haven't you?
I have never seen that movie.
Oh, okay.
I never even heard of it.
That's a 70s classic you're missing out
That
on.
would be one I'd recommend to you is if you like weird, kind of like different story, like just exploring, like just being weird, kind of like if you like that kind of stuff.
I'm more into psychological thriller, horror type movies.
It's very creative.
Lock them up in
Yeah, it's artistic, kind of creative in
Yeah.
a way.
Lock them up in
A
the
little bit
in
of
the
sci-fi
mausoleum.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like other dimensions and like
Yeah, with a
things like that. So
There's Jawas in the movie.
yeah,
yeah.
Tatooine is like a red planet this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like, is there only just one for you guys? Like one franchise that you like all of them, or was there a couple?
For me, it's Friday 13th, but like I said, Phantasm would be a close one where I'd say I kind of, I guess, like them all in a way. But it's kind of rare to just say you like every single movie within a series because there's always that one, that just sticks out.
Yeah, you look at Seed of Chucky, you look at Elm Street 5, you look at
Like Final Destination, like the 4th movie really sucked.
oh yeah, that one sucks. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
didn't care for the last two with that Final Destination.
I'm surprised they haven't made a Final Destination 6.
Don't
Like
say
what
too
about
loud.
what about Critters? Like, do you like all the Critters movies?
I only like the first two.
I actually like the first 4.
Oh,
I even like the 4th one that was in space.
I wasn't big on 3, really.
I like the 4th one that took place in space, and I keep forgetting Brad Dourif was in the 4th one.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
I keep forgetting that Brad Dourif was in part 4.
And Leonardo DiCaprio was in part 3.
Yeah, DiCaprio was in part 3. Yeah, as a young kid.
Yeah.
That was a little bit before he did Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Leonardo DiCaprio and him real young, he was also in one of the episodes of Roseanne.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah,
So was
that's right.
Maguire. So was Toby.
Tobey Maguire. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's actually, Julie? Here's a fun thing for you about you know Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire's first ever acting role he ever did was the Wizard.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He was at the very end. He had like the mohawk looking haircut.
I
He was
love
like
it.
one of Prince Savage's
You know what
buddies.
would be funny if he had in that
Tobey
movie?
Maguire.
You know what would be funny if in that movie he had a Spider-Man comic book.
Yeah,
That would be funny.
which is kind of funny that he would have that because he would eventually be Spider-Man.
Yeah. Right.
I grew up with those movies, the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
I grew
I
up
still
with those,
enjoy them.
Those were still.
I have another.
especially part 2.
They were a big deal when they came out. Yeah.
I have another question. What is your favorite Universal monster movie?
My favorite Universal monster movie will probably be Dracula.
Wolfman, Long Chain Jr.
I love the Lugosi
To
Dracula.
me, it's a toss-up between Bride of Frankenstein and The Invisible Man.
This includes the remakes, by the way.
All
So
the remakes.
yes,
I thought you were talking about
Like the Brendan
older
Fraser
one.
mummy?
Can you throw in Hollow Man in there?
that would be a remake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That counts.
Like the
Oh,
Brendan.
yeah, Hollow Man.
The Brendan Fraser one should count, right?
Yeah, mummy.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're-
like
The
that's
Brendan
my
Fraser,
favorite.
yeah.
Fraser and the Mummy, yeah.
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 And of course, the Tom Cruise one.
No.
Fuck that movie.
I haven't
The
seen that
Mission
one. I heard
Impossible
some
mummy movie.
reviews on that.
Whoa. That movie is kind of like a very shitty version of American Werewolf in London.
The
It was
Mummy-
woke.
The
It
mummy.
was a woke movie.
Because like his friend that comes back to life and he's decomposed, it's like the American Werewolf in London scenario.
Yeah.
No. Are you sure you don't mean American Werewolf in Paris?
My God.
I always loved Creature from the Black Lagoon. That was always like
That
one
was
of
a good
my
one,
favorites.
I love that one too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good one.
I love the original Blob from the 50s. Or the Thing from Another World.
Mhm.
You know, The Thing from Another World. Like no one, when you think of John Carpenter's The Thing,
Mhm.
no one mentions what came first.
Mhm.
They just think of John Carpenter.
That's because everybody knows John Carpenter's version more.
Yeah, but I love the original, like just like The Fly. Great.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the original Fly with Vincent Price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch Halloween, it's all over Halloween. They're watching it
Yep.
on TV.
Yep.
You know, it's
Those
kind
Oh,
of
classic
I'm
movies.
I'm playing it right now, and it's that part. Yeah,
fun thing here. In my cemetery near me, they usually like 3 times a year they have a thing called cinema in the cemetery.
Hammer Dracula films. Yes. Very,
Yep, all the
very,
Hammer Dracula films.
very good.
So this thing I was telling you about, cinema in the cemetery, where they play like a lot of horror films in the cemetery on a projection screen, and people like park their cars and they get chairs and they get snacks and they have food trucks and everything.
Cool.
So you know what? One movie they played that one night, and it was like one of the best experiences ever. And you know what they played?
Night of the Living Dead.
The original Nosferatu.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh my god, it was one of the best experiences
yeah.
ever.
Creepy.
Another good silent film.
The original Nosferatu, yeah.
Another good silent film is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That's
Yes.
another good one too.
It's surprisingly enough, I never saw the 70s version of The Island of Dr. Moreau.
That's the one I've seen.
I never saw the 70s
That's the
version.
one I've seen.
I saw the piece of shit one with Marlon Brando. I know
That
that.
weird one with Val Kilmer.
What were
That movie. I mean, hey Sean, you never saw the documentary on the bad production of that?
I saw the Val Kilmer's movie there that he just
I'm
did.
saying, like, did you see the documentary they made on the making of the Island of Dr. Moreau?
No.
It's called. I tell you, if you've seen the film before, and even if you've never seen the film, watch Lost Soul: The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's The Island of Dr. Moreau. It's extremely fascinating of how bad it went over there. They were even saying, like, because you remember how, like, the 3 main guys, it was Marlon Brando, you had Val Kilmer, and you had David Thewlis as the lead guy. When they brought Marlon Brando on, they had the original cast was going to be Bruce Willis as the hero, and James Woods would have been the Val Kilmer role. And then that's when Bruce Willis had to drop out because of his divorce with Demi Moore. They lost Bruce Willis, and then that's when they got Val Kilmer, and they were like, okay, we'll let Val Kilmer be the hero. And then Val Kilmer said, now my wife's divorcing me, so can I work less days? So they had to say, no, goodbye, James Woods, and they had to make Val Kilmer the James Woods role. And then they had to get someone else to be the lead. And then they originally went with Rob Morrow from Northern Exposure. And then after 2 days, he was like, I can't take this anymore. Can I get released? And then they got David Thewlis.
What a mess.
Oh yeah, and they were saying how Val Kilmer was a fucking asshole, and like did you hear what he did to like one of the camera crew behind the scenes of the Island of Dr. Moreau? What Val Kilmer did.
No.
What Val Kilmer did is they actually have there's a shot of him doing this too. They show it in the documentary. Val Kilmer's behind the scenes and he's smoking a cigarette. He took the cigarette and he like burned the back of someone's head with it, just because he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He like burned someone with a cigarette like on their hair.
Wow.
Just like dug the cigarette in the back of their head.
That's right. Ice Man, I am dangerous.
And then you heard about
sorry.
And then like Marlon Brando was a pain in the ass to work with because he was so weird, and he was the one that wanted to wear the ice bucket on his head, and because it was so hot, and he was like, "Can I ride like a Pope mobile? And I want to have my own little mini me, and I'll play the piano and yeah." Marlon Brando just did whatever the fuck he wanted because they were afraid if they said no to him, he would quit.
Yeah.
So, honestly, they shouldn't have casted Marlon Brando. That was the first mistake.
Well, yeah. There was trouble on the making of The Shining too.
Yeah, there was.
Kelly Duvall and
a lot with Kubrick and Duvall.
Yeah, they didn't get along at all.
Well, but I know
they pushed her
previously in I think it was a horror film stream that we did like a couple years ago. You said that that many years later, Shelley Duvall like had respect for what Kubrick did, and
she said that in the interview in the Vivian Kubrick's documentary. She said that he pushed her, but it was a good thing he did because she has respect for him now as far as like what happened. But at the moment she was going through like a bad time, I guess, while filming that because she was actually jealous of Jack Nicholson. I mean, who wouldn't be? The guy's, he's a star in his own right, but she was kind of upset that he was getting all the attention and she wasn't getting hardly any.
Well, you figure Jack Nicholson around that time wasn't really.
He was already a star.
I mean, he was
like the Terror, and he did like some of the other older movies,
Chinatown,
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, he was really good. Yeah.
But I feel like as his career later went on, he became even more bigger.
Right.
Yeah. Because he had like Batman and things like that.
Gotta give and.
Oh, Shining was huge for him.
Shining is a masterpiece, man. That movie is so.
The Shining is amazing.
It is so well. A lot of people think it's so slow, and
I still say that's my favorite role with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, speaking of The Shining, I was with my niece and nephew yesterday, and then they told me that they saw The Shining, the original Shining, the one with Jack Nicholson. And then I asked them, "Were you scared?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, I don't believe them.
You gotta be in the right frame of mind to watch that movie.
It's a more slow paced horror film compared to what they've seen.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe. You didn't think the two little girls were creepy? And like no. Okay. You lied.
Oh, that still creeps me out.
The whole movie, it's just crazy creepy.
They like more jump scare kind of horror film.
Oh god.
I think that's
I think jump scares are a cheap way to get scares anyway.
The jump scares need to be done right and very instead of every minute. If every minute you're gonna go back, like
you want to know how to do a jump scare the right way? Watch The Exorcist 3.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
That has a good jump scare.
Yeah,
that's a good jump scare. That's how you do a jump scare the right way. Take notes, currently horror films. That Shining miniseries, Forka, was dog.
You know what, Forka? I didn't care for the miniseries because there's a lot of reasons, but even though it's closer to the book, I still like the axe more than the croquet mallet. I like the fact that
I like the hedge maze better than like those like bushes that come to life.
Yeah, that and Dick Halloran, he actually lives.
Which sadly, by the way, that guy recently passed away, Melvin Van Peebles.
Yeah.
He recently did pass away about like a month ago.
The thing about the Kubrick version, it was a lot darker, and I felt like they focused more on the characters. They focus more on the characters going downhill rather than focusing on Jack's alcoholism. Because in the miniseries, it's like that's all he talked about was his alcoholism.
I thought the alcoholism was so pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, like I like Rebecca De Mornay and I like Melvin Van.
She was good. Yeah.
But you know the kid that played Danny, I didn't realize until this now, but like. If anybody remembers the Little Rascals movie from the 90s,
Yeah.
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 the little kid in Little Rascals was in the Shining Man series.
Mhm.
I think his name was Cortland Mead or Cortland Med. Yeah, he
The
played.
thing is, like, do you think it's a good idea if they make a movie that's closest to the book? Do you think that makes any kind of difference? Because there's people who don't read the books, so it's like
A lot of the times when they make movies when they make movies based on books and then they change a lot of things, most of the time it's for the better.
Yeah.
well,
I actually
it can go
like
either
The
way.
Shining better than the book. I like the Kubrick version better
Yeah.
than the book.
I agree. Yeah,
The Kubrick version is definitely. I love the axe in the door. I love the hedge maze. I love the hallway scene in the elevator with the blood. And
well, like the same goes for like It. You know, like Stephen King's It. There's like stuff in the book that is crazy about like the kids, you know, having sex and stuff.
Yeah.
Like things that you wouldn't put in the movie, obviously. But it's just like it's just. I think that's for the better.
Yeah.
one of the only things they really carried from the novel was the whole spider crab thing in the third act of the too.
Yeah.
But you know that sucked. But that was also in the book, so
Yeah.
I don't really know what you really could have done with the third act and part two of
I do the spider.
Everybody hates that too.
Yeah.
Although I will say though that the It Chapter 2 of the miniseries was a lot better than the Chapter 2 that we got nowadays.
Yeah, that one was way too long.
The It Chapter the new It Chapter 2 was just as long as the whole miniseries of the original.
Yeah, it's like why I don't understand why people are so obsessed now. Right, it seems like right now people are so obsessed with the movie should be longer. Like why?
Well,
It was almost
if they
3
tell more
hours.
story,
You don't need to
they
be
want to
3
tell more
hours.
story. You know,
It was just as friggin' long as the whole miniseries of 1990.
if they wanted to do that, they should have made a TV show out of it. That's what they should have done.
Well, they did in the 90s.
Like
Yeah,
one of those
well,
limited series,
yeah,
maybe.
like-
Like one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like they're doing with
Yeah.
Chucky right now. They're doing that with Chucky, like they're making a series.
When you look at the new It Chapter 2, like I like some of the cast members in that, like Jessica Chastain and Bill Hader and
Good cast, but
Boy.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, I like the cast better in the original. And I love John Ritter, I love Tim Reed, Richard Master, Christopher, Harry Anderson, and Ed O'Toole.
John Boy, what was his name?
Oh yeah, Richard Thomas.
Mhm.
And I mean, I like Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise.
You're cutting it off, Thomas.
yeah, you're cutting off here.
You're very
Come off
choppy.
again.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
No.
You're kind of cutting.
Yeah.
I like
I
the
like the original
2017
It better
It.
than the remake.
Wait, Wesley, did you answer Rob's question about what's your favorite Universal monster movie?
Oh, Universal Monster movie would probably be
Yes.
the original Hammer
Dracula.
Dracula, yeah, and the Frankenstein.
Oh, okay, cool.
I remember watching those all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You're good. Okay.
I want to get the box set of all the Universal.
Oh, is it the Hammer box set?
the Universal box set as well as the Hammer box set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they just released the 4K of Universal Monsters.
Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I thought it was last week, maybe.
He did.
Yeah,
really.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me better now? By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound fine.
because like I can hear all you guys perfectly on this end, but I don't know why you can't hear me on the other end.
It happens like it happened like twice already, but it's not. It only happens for like a minute, and then you kind of come
Yeah,
back clear.
Yeah.
Forca says the De Palma and Carrie, the 2002 TV version of Carrie, closest to the book. Yeah, I didn't
I didn't care for the Rage Carrie 2 or the Carrie remake. I like the original.
I don't mind Rage 2. I didn't care for the 2002 TV though.
Yeah.
What about the one with the?
I just think that like
what's that on?
The one with Chloe Savini. I mean, not Chloe.
Oh,
what's the name?
I didn't like that one.
I don't know. I didn't buy it. I thought she did fine, but I just didn't buy some of the stupid characters in that movie.
Oh yeah, like the gym teacher.
Right.
How the hell? I have this question. At the end, when she's touching her stomach and she's like, she knew with the sex of the baby. I'm like, wait a minute. You're not a Jedi. You know, you have you can
way beyond telekinesis.
You can you can't sit there and just be like touch your stomach and be like, oh, I know the sex of the baby. I can feel it. It's like what?
Right.
What?
Right.
I don't know. It's pretty stupid.
To me, it's like the tragic thing about Carrie in the original is that she lost control, and then because of that, everybody in the gym died. Whereas in the Chloe Moretz one, it's like she knows what she's doing and she's killing the people that bullied her and everything.
Well, the original was a lot more violent.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
She just
That's
lost
scary.
it. Completely lost it. You know?
Yeah.
I love the whole
when
I
the John
love the way
Travolta, they
that,
try and run her over, and then just like whoosh, the car
Yeah.
crashes.
Yeah.
I love the original Carrie in the prom scene because I like the whole split screen aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Well-
That's the classic De Palma style.
And Sissy Spacek was without a doubt the best Carrie.
Yep.
Sissy had that
Yeah.
stare.
Yeah,
She would
she
just
did.
stare, and you know.
And hey, it was cool to see a very young John Travolta, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remakes nowadays, though, it just seemed watered down. I mean, like Black Christmas for one.
They water it down so they can get the most people to watch it.
They want to appeal to a
water
wide
them,
audience.
they water them down for the team.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all about the money.
2006
Look
Black
what
Christmas
they-
was
look what they did with-
wacky.
Look what
Yeah.
they did. Look what they did with Black Christmas, for God's sake.
Yeah, like it's funny that they wired it down for teens, but teens didn't even go see it. The movie it was a flop.
Yeah,
So-
but you have these
Like how-
remakes.
it's kind of like how Stallone wanted to make the Expendables 3 more for the teen crowd.
yeah,
But you have these remakes like The Hills Have Eyes, which was fantastic.
Love the Hills of Eyes.
Gory, it was really gory. You got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, some of these remakes are done how they're supposed to be done, I think. Maniac, yeah.
The Hitcher.
Yeah, that's
Shut
a
up.
great example.
The Hitcher remake was fine, Alex. It was
I will
fine.
admit, though, with Maniac, Elijah Wood really did surprise me in Maniac.
Yeah. You know what? Because it's a kind of weird. Like
Rutger Hauer was the best, okay?
Rutger Hauer was the best Hitcher.
Let's
He
just
didn't, yeah, but
Oh,
he didn't.
yeah, easily.
Yeah, but he didn't have. He didn't play All American Rejects in the soundtrack.
well, if he would have done that, I wouldn't have watched it.
And speaking of Rutger Hauer was also in one of Julie's favorite Stallone films, Nighthawks.
Nighthawks, yeah.
That's a good
He
one.
played,
Yeah.
he played the bad guy in Nighthawks.
Even though like the ones you just mentioned, Rob, like it was in a weird way. Even though they were not that long ago, it's a different era. Like that was like the Saw, Hostel era of horror films. Now
What are you talking about?
Oh, the Hills Have Eyes remake and
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, that was the era, yeah.
the last remake. Like that was just kind of like the Saw, Hostel era.
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah.
in a different era.
What other good remakes are there? Oh, Dawn of the Dead.
Mhm. Yeah, same era. That's what I mean.
Dawn of the Dead was a good one.
It's Chainsaw Massacre.
Mid 2000s.
yeah,
mid 2000s.
late
What other good horror remakes are out there? Because like we mentioned, like Hills of Eyes and Maniac,
Crazies.
the Crazies,
I like the House of Wax. That was pretty good.
House of Wax.
Yeah,
Love
House
House
of
of
Wax.
The Hitcher.
Wax.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was okay. Like, it was fine. It was,
Sean Bean was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Sean Bean. Yeah.
That's one of the best openings of all time with that song.
What is with you? in that song?
Every time I pick it up, it just makes Rob cringe. It's hilarious.
Because it don't look like it belongs in a movie like that.
Get them all flustered.
Yeah.
A song like that belongs in American Pie. Okay, that don't belong in that movie. Just saying. Yeah.
So, the one in the era of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, you know, they were really putting out some good content at that time. You know.
Yeah.
What other good ones were there they were missing?
Not really that many.
Invisible Man, that one was very good, I thought.
Which one?
Oh, Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, you mean the newer Invisible Man movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the, I thought that was good.
Yeah, that one was
That
good.
was pretty good. Yeah, I like the Invisible Man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But if I still say my favorite Invisible Man movie is Hollow Man.
Okay, how about this? The worst remake. The worst horror remake.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy for me.
Psycho.
Psycho.
I think the majority of people say Psycho.
Yeah.
Come on. You want to go take a shower?
Psycho, yeah.
You want to get in the shower? Go take a shower.
You just don't remake Hitchcock.
What would be another bad one though? Like
Prom Night.
Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Prom Night.
Fog.
What, Julie?
Fog.
The fall.
The fog is really bad. Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about the fog.
Yeah, that movie's a mess.
Two things. Never remake Hitchcock and never remake Carpenter. Ever.
Oh man.
They better not remake any more Stallone movies, and they better not touch Grease.
If they remake Rocky, I'm out.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's my biggest fear and ever is that they'll remake Rocky.
I don't think that's gonna happen as long as Stallone's alive.
What other horror? What other
He's
horror?
not gonna be alive forever.
Yes, I know.
He doesn't have that much left.
He
What other
doesn't.
horror? What other horror remakes are so shitty? Like we have The Fog, we have Prom Night, we have Psycho,
Stepfather.
Stepfather.
Same
Yeah.
director.
Stepfather is god awful.
Elm Street. Nightmare
Elm
on
Street.
Oh
yeah.
God.
I
Elm
didn't.
Street,
I
go.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Jackie fucking Earl Haley was a horrible.
I love Jackie Earl Haley, but man, that was
He did not fit.
no.
No.
You know, Julie, you say you never saw the Elm Street remake, or you have?
The only one of them, and I didn't care for it.
Oh, so you've seen it before then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like Robert Englund.
Jackie Earl Haley as Freddy Krueger. He was trying to sound like Christian Bale's Batman and Heath Ledger's Joker.
Look at me.
Look at me.
There's only one Freddy Krueger, and that's Robert Englund. That's-
Robert Englund, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're right.
Other horror remakes that are so shitty. Well, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Alex already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Both Halloween.
I will be in the minority that I actually like the Rob Zombie one.
Get out of here. No, I'm just-
Yeah.
Can you just cut him off now, please? Cut him off now,
I
please?
can see why people don't like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can understand why some people don't like it. I like the whole getting into the background. I know Rob in one of his videos said that he didn't like it. Came across that you didn't care for that. The whole
No,
getting into the background.
No, it was the trailer trash background, not necessarily the background itself. It was the trailer trash background.
And it was just written so shitty.
Another remake, Fright Night.
Every other word was fuck and fuck this and
The original
Bullshit.
Fright Night's better.
they remade Friday.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie has a specific style. It's like
Yes, he does.
his movies are either gory or they're
Vulgar.
verbally like they say a lot of
Yeah, vulgar.
So it's like you combine both of those into Halloween. It just didn't. I don't know. To me, it didn't fit.
No.
But
What other horror remakes are bad?
Yeah, Julie mentioned Fright Night. I didn't like that one.
Fright Night,
There's got to be more though. I guess if you want to
I
consider,
want to say one, but I feel like I'm gonna get shit on.
I'll say it.
what is it?
Evil. I did not like the Evil Dead remake.
I loved Evil Dead.
I like the Evil Dead remake.
People like that one.
Oh, I know another shitty remake.
What?
Vegetarian Zombies: Day of the Dead.
Oh.
Well, there's actually two. Actually, Thomas, there is actually two of those. There's Day of the Dead Bloodline, which was actually a remake of the '85.
Yeah.
The reason that is because it's the same scenario. Underground, the characters do the same thing. The guy plays Bub he's a little different, but that actually wasn't really good either.
Not really, no.
No.
That original cast of the original Day of the Dead was just so good. Joe Polito.
Piranha 3 doubles.
Yeah, Piranha 3 Double D.
Yeah, but that was the second one.
Yeah, that was the second movie. Yeah.
I actually
the
like
first one was kind of fun, even though it was
I like the 2010 Piranha.
The first one was alright, yeah.
Yeah, it was bloody and good time.
Yeah, 3 Double D was terrible.
Yeah.
3 Double D was such a waste of Christopher Lloyd.
Right.
This
like, let's get the Hoff in there. He might save it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Knight Rider didn't show up.
How about the Amityville horror remake?
Didn't care for that either.
I like that one.
I liked
I
it
didn't like
better
that
than
one.
the original.
I thought I was in the minority there. I actually liked it.
I didn't care for it.
I agree with that. I agree that I like it's better than the original.
I like the original Amityville Horror better.
No, I can't get into that one. Man.
I love the original Amityville Horror.
The original one has a good cast, but it's just so damn slow.
Boring.
No, it's just too slow for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amityville
I
2.
like a good slow burn, but like nothing happens. It's like
Watch Amityville 2. That's actually
the one. I
my
like,
yes,
one.
that too.
I like the one with Deadpool.
My favorite Psycho. What's your favorite Psycho movie? Would you say the original or
Original, yeah, original's classic.
Yeah.
I like Psycho 1 and 2.
Psycho 2? Psycho 2 is my favorite.
Deadpool is good, yeah.
I like Psycho 2. I also like Psycho 4 because of Henry Thomas plays the young Norman Bates.
I should have said that was
Things weren't the same when E.T. left.
Remake.
That's what happened.
How about this? Hills Have Eyes, original or remake?
Probably
Original.
Don't know that. Seen those.
Original is good, but I actually prefer the remake.
Yeah.
I can never get into the original, but I warmed up to it lately, but I still think the remake is better.
But then there's Hills Have Eyes 2 original, and then Hills Have Eyes 2 remake.
No, both are not.
Terrible.
Both are not good.
It's terrible.
The Hills Have Eyes 2. This is all you need to know. The dog has a flashback. That's all you need to know.
Here's all you need to know, okay? I saw the Hills Have Eyes 2 in theater, and I was the only one in there.
That bad.
It was that bad, I guess.
The Hills Have Eyes. There's only two things I know from the Hills Have Eyes 2: the dog having a flashback, and the guy that played Nick in Part 7 of Friday the 13th.
You didn't like Gray Hulk? And then busting through the walls at the end?
Great.
The Hills of Ice 2 is also really bad because they don't explain how Pluto's still alive from the original.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you, that's a guy I still got to meet and had a horror con is Michael Barrett.
The first
Yeah,
movie I
yeah.
ever saw in theaters that was completely empty was when we went to go see Urban Legends Final Cut.
Wow.
Granted, it was on a Thursday. It wasn't on the weekend, but it was weird seeing it empty.
I remember a movie called The Unborn. I went to
Yeah.
go see that, and the people at the end were like booing it. It was so.
Oh yeah, the Unborn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always remember Haga, the Cool Duder's old video, the Around the Town vlog of him seeing the Unborn,
Hey MJ.
and he said he left that they left after 10 minutes, and because he said it was that bad.
Wow.
I know when I saw Rob Zombie Halloween 2, it was just silent. There was nothing. It was just you could hear a pin drop.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was around the same time as the Final Destination, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it came out the same weekend.
You know
Yeah,
what?
say,
I
yeah.
remember in the theater seeing Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when the part where Weird Al shows up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
Forka has a good point here. Urban
Bloody
Legend.
Mary. Yeah, I have
Bloody
that.
Mary was pretty bad.
You know, it would have been even worse if he actually had a parody song about Michael Myers in the movie. Yeah.
Oh God.
Alex, have you seen Bloody Mary? Urban Legends Bloody Mary?
No, not that one. I didn't.
Awful. So bad.
I've only seen the first two.
You know who's actually in Urban Legends Bloody Mary before she was really big? Kate Mara.
Kate Mara, yeah.
Kate Mara, yep. Well before she was known for that shitty Fantastic Four movie.
Right. Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Not that the ones before that were very good either.
Yeah, 2005.
The real release.
Oh yeah, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, they weren't that great either.
Well, I think I am gonna head off here, guys.
All right.
All right, Julie.
Okay,
Thanks for
Julie.
inviting me.
No problem.
Meeting you.
Bye.
Having you on. See ya.
Bye.
All right. Have a happy Halloween.
You
Yeah.
too.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Don't give Chloe too much candy. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
Whew.
Well, now
Well,
since
I got one for you guys. How about a sequel that's better than the original?
A sequel that's better than the original.
You know what?
I know.
Hey, shut up, Thomas. Shut up. Hold on. Wait. Sorry. Wait. Okay. When you say that, are you talking about just horror people or just people in general?
Just horror.
I don't think there. In my opinion, I don't think there is one. There's been many that have been close, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I can think of one.
I can think of one.
I know you guys. Yeah, scream. Go ahead.
What are you going to say? What are you going to say, Rob?
Final Destination 2.
Oh, that's not the one I was going to say.
I got other ones too, but yeah. Final
I was
Destination.
the one that was on my mind was Child's Play 2.
Yes, that too.
Well, yeah, you like that better?
I like Child's Play 2 the most. I like that one better than the original. Although I love the original Child's Play, but I like part 2 the best.
A sequel that's better than the original 2, I would say Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's one that I would pick. Not that there's a bunch of horror sequels that I think are almost just as good, and I can see why people prefer those ones over the original, like Dream Warriors, like.
Yeah, it's probably common. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Mm.
But most of the time, 99% of the time, I always prefer the original.
I mean, you know what? In ways, it's like Halloween 1 and 2. They're so close. Like, Halloween 2 is so damn good, but Halloween 1 is such a classic. It's almost hard to choose.
Yeah.
In a way.
There are a couple things that H2 does better.
Yeah, that's true.
But
when you say H2, you're
and
talking
there's
about
things that the original does better. So
Of course he's talking about the original. He's not talking about
he said
remake.
H2. I was like, oh, like that was the other one.
all right, Halloween 2, 1981, if you want me to be specific.
Yeah, see, we wouldn't have this problem if they would have just not made that movie.
They should have just not made it, then I wouldn't have to say that.
Okay, what about you, Wesley? Do you like a horror sequel more than the original?
What?
Do you like a horror sequel more than the original?
I'm not sure.
Wait, Prom Night 4?
Prom Night
I never saw any of the Prom
Wait,
Night.
Forka, you like Prom Night 4 over Prom Night 1?
I like Prom Night 2 the best out of all the prom nights.
I've never seen any of them.
2's fun. I like that one.
Yeah, but
Hello, Mary's too.
Baby.
But
Hello,
4,
Mary's
I don't know.
too.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way about Halloween 2018. It's like you have Halloween, then you have Halloween 2007, then you have Halloween 2018. It's like, come on, like
Oh, Forka pulled a fast one on us.
Yeah. I don't know.
I forget about when it comes to the Halloween series. I just forget about the Rob Zombie.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
because the 2018 is supposed to be a direct sequel to the original two.
Yes. Oh, the original one, yeah.
The original, yeah.
Rob Zombie. I mean, I would say my favorite Rob Zombie film is probably House of a Thousand Corpses.
I agree. I like that one. I like Lords of Salem too, but
Lords of Salem, Devil's
I
Reject.
like how Lords of Salem wasn't like his other movies.
Have any of you guys seen 3 from Hell?
No,
No.
No.
I've heard it.
Don't waste your time.
Is it bad?
Yeah, I've heard it's bad.
To me, it's like you got some good parts, but then you've seen it already in Devil's Rejects. They do the same thing. The ending to the movie is the same thing they do in Devil's Rejects. Same thing. Without Sid Haig there, I'm sorry, it's just not.
Yeah.
But
Porker said he's not crazy about cursing Michael Myers because of the whole thorn curse. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Michael could just touch you and you're cursed, basically.
I hate both cuts.
Well, they did that in part 4, remember, with the Jamie
Yeah,
touched him and it supposedly passed the evil along.
And that was kind of a nod. That ending was kind of shocking because it was kind of a nod to the original. She's basically doing what he did to Judith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were in the same clown costume.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have clown costumes even.
Yeah, I better stay away from. I got one on right now. I better stay away from those knives.
Evil, man.
Don't put any knives or scissors near me.
I know, yeah, right. It was Halloween 2021 that Rob died from YouTube.
Oh God!
He wore a
that guy, Rob.
Michael Myers, 1973.
Just don't touch me.
Also, Illinois.
If you have a curse, don't touch me.
If you wear a clown costume in Illinois, you're evil.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have the pandemic in the next Halloween movie.
They say kind of like that, but I don't know how they're gonna. Work.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now, and Halloween ends. Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode is gonna die. I'm gonna say it. I think she will.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
And at the end, Allison, the granddaughter, she's gonna say, "I'm Allison Myers."
Oh God!
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Back to the Rob Zombie again.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
That's true, Forka.
Halloween Resurrection is a bit.
Get in. Pretty much.
That was on right after H2O, and I decided not to watch it.
Good choice.
Yeah. Oh no, I still think H2O holds up. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's still one of my favorite ones of the series.
Mark, I noticed this too in that movie. Not me. Michael Myers is actually smart in that movie. I mean, he's like, just look at what he accomplishes. How he gets into the school. He takes the woman's purse. He doesn't even kill her. He just takes the purse.
He just steals the car.
Yeah, it's like he's on a mission. It's like, even though I like random Michael, like I like how he's random and he kills certain people and then certain people he don't. But I like in H2O he has a thought process what he wants to do.
He didn't kill that lady because she was with their daughter, and then in that movie Michael doesn't kill kids yet. Yeah.
Well,
they threw that out in 2018.
I know about
in 2018 he didn't kill that baby.
That's true. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's why he was random. Like he was really random there.
He killed that kid in 2018 because that kid had a gun with him.
Well, that kid, I didn't like the way he taught. He had something was with his voice.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah.
He's like, I like dancing. I just like dancing. I
Yeah.
want to be dancing.
I like that.
No wonder Michael killed him.
Billy Elliot, man.
Kill that dancing fool.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he probably saw that the kid can handle a shotgun, so that's why he decided to kill him.
Well, maybe he was trying to fix his voice. You know, maybe he was holding it like this. Maybe I can fix his. Yeah.
Die. Yeah, he did. I don't know. Maybe he had a sore throat that day.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. You need some cough drops.
They couldn't afford any good cough medicine.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
I think
What's
it's
everyone's
time
favorite
for Michael
genre?
to die this time for good.
Favorite genre?
No. Favorite genre of
How do you-
horror.
What?
Oh, favorite horror? Okay.
How do you think Michael will die? Do you think Michael will die a certain way if he does?
I don't think they'll ever kill him off.
No. Shit.
A grenade and grenade.
Okay, so Wesley, he asked what's favorite horror.
No,
genre?
we can
Oh, what?
answer his
Okay.
question.
What?
Oh, 'cause
Okay.
you asked
I was
about-
just asking what your favorite kind of subgenre of horror
Slasher movies.
Probably slasher, yeah.
I'd say probably slasher is the most common. I'd say slasher.
Mhm.
Mine's more psychological.
But I also love like zombie movies.
Psychological ones are good.
Identity is a good one in that category.
Like, what would you say would be a good psychological film that is
Identity.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I also really like It's Alive when it comes to like psychological. Even that is like a mutant baby, it's more psychological though.
What'd you guys think of Midsommar?
I thought that was so
I
dumb.
liked it a lot.
First half was good. Second half was garbage.
I thought it was
Yeah.
like it had some really disturbing moments though.
Yeah,
Like
it
Yeah.
did.
The original Saw, I think, was a really good psychological thriller.
Saw would
Yeah.
probably be like at the top. I mean, the original
Yeah,
one.
the
The
original
opening of Midsommar is actually really chilling.
Mission to
That
Mars.
will, that I will admit,
Oh,
yeah.
Midsommar,
Like,
yeah. Midsommar.
That
yeah.
I will say was yeah.
Not Mission to Mars, Midsommar.
Oh, Mission to Mars. What?
Right.
Yeah, do you think it's more disturbing than Hereditary?
I don't know. That one
That could
scene.
be psychological.
That one scene in Hereditary is still nuts.
Yeah, because Hereditary would be considered psychological, I think.
The street pole scene. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, the Midsommar was more like artsy. It was creative. That's what I liked about it. It was.
It definitely reminded me of The Wicker Man.
Yeah, a little bit.
But when you think of like
The original version, not the copy one.
when you think of like these subgenres and like when you think about how horror movies have progressed from like like the Blair Witch Project basically took found footage and ran with it, and then everyone was trying to do that after. Then you have like The Ring, which was trying to with the whole ghost thing.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like every so many years it's like they try something original or new, and then people try to mimic that afterwards, and it's like I feel like they're running out of creativeness. That's why I think
trendsetters. That's what I think that's what you're talking about, right?
Like I just wish like Midsommar. Like I know it gets a lot of flack, but it's I still think it was creative enough to, take risks for one thing, but I wish more movies would do that. Like that's why I like independent horror, because they take a lot of risks and have new ideas. And a lot of people don't see that kind of stuff because they don't watch independent horror films.
They
They have nothing to lose when they have no money, no budget, or anything. They might as well do
Exactly.
something wild.
Yeah, they don't have no studio looking over their back saying, "Well, you can't do that. We can't. We got to change that up."
This is too graphic. We got to cut it down a little bit here.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of wish you with MPAA didn't exist 13, so that way they can do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have
in the
creative
big
control.
movies. You're always gonna have studio interference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Friday the 13th had a lot of MPAA studio interference with Part 5, Part 7.
Oh yeah,
Those are the main two.
Yeah.
Midsommar is an A24 film, so it's like those kind of horror films are more like kind of like
out there. They're kind of out there. Like
wasn't another
they have more creative control. The director
wasn't another A24 horror film, The Witch.
Yeah,
that's it. That movie's creepy.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I like The Witch.
Isn't Antlers
the 1600s?
Yeah, isn't Antlers another one too?
I think, they just came out.
I heard about that one.
Yeah.
That was supposed to come out a year ago.
Yeah. Well, a lot of movies came out a year ago.
Well, I know that was one of the main ones.
A lot of them. The majority. They were supposed to come out last year or coming out this year.
But like going back to like what Sean said about like the remake of The Mummy. It's like why can't they go back? Why can't they go back to horror, like to its original roots? What made that genre scary at that time?
Yes.
And frightening. It's like now it's like it's gotta be it's gotta
be an action movie or something.
Yeah.
It can't be a horror movie.
Yeah. And I don't mind so they changed the mummy to a woman. Like that's not even the point. That's not even the point of the movie. Or about why people didn't like it. It's the point that the movie is just it's not good, where you have more action and you're not concentrating on the horror of it.
You have an action movie, it's not people didn't find it fun, like the Tom Cruise version.
Well, to me, it was more like Mission Impossible when that whole plane scene took forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, it's like because they already did the action type of adventure mummy movie. That was the Brendan Fraser one.
Yeah, but that movie had I think that movie had a well balanced. It was balanced with horror and action.
Yeah,
and like I didn't feel there was any balance with the new one. Really, it was just Tom Cruise jumping off of stuff and
just doing Tom Cruise what Tom Cruise does.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. Doing his own stunts again.
Like what would you say the genuinely, like what would be the last movie you saw that was just scary? Like scary where you thought it was done so well that it's hard to watch, or like it scares you. Like can you even think of a movie that does that?
And today
one of the last ones that like really like scary.
Yeah, like a recent one or like the last one that you watched or something.
Like The Strangers always comes to mind.
Yeah.
One that comes to me all the time is Candyman. The original Candyman.
That was back in '92.
I'm just saying like a more recent one I watched
recently.
But like recently, like for horror films, like marathon wise, but like more like a more recent one in current times though.
Yeah, like one that actually scared you or that's hard to watch.
I like Sinister.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
for me. It would be The Conjuring 2, because
I say which one we'll call it. There's actually two films that come to mind here. Oh, there's your boy Alex Robert Humphrey.
I know, yeah. Funny he showed up. Awesome.
Is Return of the Living Dead scary?
Okay, so the two
a great movie.
The two that came to my mind that were creepy in the current times that I saw that scared me were It Follows.
Oh, that's a good one.
And the first Conjuring.
Yeah.
Oh, and Insidious is up there too.
Yeah.
Insidious is up there as well. Because I can't really say I think Get Out was creepy because that's more entertaining.
No, that's almost psychological.
Yeah.
But it's like a mixture of everything: psychological, comedy, and it's a good mixture of a lot of things in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say Hereditary, but I like Insidious, Conjuring, and like It Follows better.
Yeah.
Other ones though,
Conjuring is pretty creepy.
What is Alex?
Conjuring 1 and 2 are pretty creepy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My dad still thinks The Exorcist is the creepiest movie he's ever seen. He won't.
I can agree with that.
He won't watch it, like, 'cause that's how scared he was when he first saw it.
Robert Humphrey mentions More Brains. That's a very good documentary on the making of the Return of the Living Dead series.
No, he's just saying that he wants more brains.
But that was also the name of a documentary.
I know, but he
can't have mine.
He really wants the brains.
Only in movies, Robert.
No, but he really is hungry for the brains.
The brains.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the most recent one for me, like Conjuring 2, like I love the whole nun thing. The nun.
Conjuring 2, I got both of the Conjuring films I got to see in the theaters with my mom.
I heard 3 wasn't that great though.
3 is not too bad.
3 isn't that bad, but it doesn't have that James Wan style.
Yeah, you could tell, like with James Wan, he has a certain way.
Well, that's because James Wan nowadays is busy with Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
So
he was busy when Conjuring 2 was being made. He was busy making
Fast and the Furious 7.
No, Malignant.
Oh yeah, Malignant. Yeah.
I was about to say Maleficent.
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 That is scary. That's a scary one.
Yeah, I guess Sean, you haven't seen Malignant yet, have you?
I haven't either.
Yet.
Oh yeah, me and Alex are the only.
Yeah, you guys gotta see that shit.
Malignant. Yeah, I recommended it to Alex.
I'm really curious what you guys are gonna think because it's really a divisive film.
Yeah, it seems like 50-50 people love it or hate it.
I tell you, the whole third act and the cop station kind of reminds me of Maniac Cop 2 in a way.
Those just came out on 4K, I think.
Oh yeah, I think all three of them, right?
I think well, they released the first one already.
Or was it the sequels?
The 2 and 3.
Okay, 2 and 3. Maniac Cop 2 is my favorite Maniac Cop movie.
I like Maniac Cop 2, yeah.
I like Robert Davi and Bruce Campbell for the little bit.
By the way, people who are watching the stream right now, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't, and share it, please.
Yeah, and go check out Sean Urson's channel and Wesley.
Yes, go check
out
and
Thomas and everyone's channel.
Everybody.
Julie, yes.
Go check out everything, and go check out some of the Orca and Robert Humphrey are some nice supporters of ours as well. So,
yes.
Oh my goodness! Cannot wait for later on today. We're gonna have so much food.
What
nice.
are we gonna have?
Well, this morning we
Other
actually
than candy.
well, no, this morning my mom ordered from a website. She ordered these pumpkin shaped bagels.
Oh, cool.
And what you do is you put the bagels in the toaster and you butter them, or you put cream cheese on them, and then like you can put like a little thing on the top for the stem of the pumpkin. It's like green licorice.
I'm not going to be able to eat until like 7 o'clock because we got that trick or treat event thing going on. So I'm gonna be hungry. I know that.
I know later we're gonna be we have a lot of stuff over here. We have cheese and crackers. We have potato chips. We got
a bunch of junk food.
Well, we're also gonna be making like pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
What did you say, Wesley?
I said junk food. Nothing wrong with that.
The best kind.
Until you feel sick 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And then you're shitting your brains out.
Well, that
I
sounds
love
like
me
Taco
some
Bell.
I love me some pumpkin donuts from Dunkin' Donuts.
Pumpkin donuts, yeah.
Dunkin'
Now,
Donuts.
now, do you ever do like pumpkin spice lattes or?
Yeah. Just regular coffee.
I'll tell you what, my sister's a really big fan of like pumpkin spice lattes and.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife loves that stuff. She loves
My
the
wife likes lattes too.
caramel
my,
latte and
my sister would get along with your wives so well. with all the pumpkin spice lattes and things like that.
If we had a Starbucks here, she would be going there every day.
Now, Rob, do you guys have a Dunkin' Donuts or
No,
no?
We have a Dunkin' Donuts here in Houston.
we have a Walmart.
few of them.
I can get donuts there.
we have a Walmart. Well, yeah,
Yeah, we don't have nothing here.
everybody's got a Walmart at least.
I got a Dunkin' Donuts right down the street from me. So
Oh wait, I got to rephrase that. We just got an Arby's.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard about that.
well, I know Arby's is like now selling like chicken nuggets now.
Oh,
I should give
Yeah,
Arby's,
they're actually selling like those chicken bite things that Chick-fil-A sells.
I should give Arby's another chance. I had it once and I didn't like it. And that was like 20 years ago.
yeah, I
My
had
buddy,
it years ago.
my buddy Eric told me that that they're pretty bad.
Okay, well,
I think because I know he had like their I think one of their roast beef sandwiches or something like that. And he said I think he had the shits later on that day. So I'm like I'm avoiding that shit
uh-huh.
because I've that happened to me a few times with Wendy's and I don't want to go through that again.
This never happened to me when I eat Wendy's.
what do you do? He pooped their pants. What? Oh, he the shit.
Well,
That happened to Thomas while we're in Spring
funny story for Sean and
Last
Wesley
year.
here.
last year.
When we did our best and worst of 2019. No, 2 years ago actually, best and worst of 2019.
Yeah.
When I think we got to like our favorites of like around like number 2.
Yeah.
I
Number 2.
I literally had to make number 2 around that time. And I left my this is back when I used to have a computer downstairs and I was on the webcam. And I left that chair in that room probably 3 times, and I was like standing up, and
Right. And we're
my
all
stomach was killing me.
Nice.
And like Alex was like, "Dude, like you good, man?"
Yeah. Cause like it looked like Thomas was ready to just die.
I was about ready to expire.
Yeah. Robert Humphrey says, "What did you guys think of Hellfest?"
Mediocre.
I thought it was just
Good.
okay.
That was pretty good.
Hellfest was fine.
I thought it was mediocre at
I
best.
liked the setting, like the carnival stuff, like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, like, I didn't care for the
It was
characters.
mediocre at
I
best.
didn't care for the characters. I did like the reveal of at the end. Like,
That was
very interesting. Like that actually makes me want to see. Like, okay, maybe like a sequel will be better. We'll see. Who knows?
now. Speaking of like carnival,
Wesley, did you see Hellfest?
Hellfest?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
now speaking of like
Sorry.
carnival,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
when it comes to like carnival horror films, though, my favorite is the Funhouse.
I mean, here's the thing
Yeah.
with me: horror movies. I've never really gotten too much into. I've got my few favorites, but I just never really been able to completely get into some of these kinds of horror films that you guys are rattling off. I've
Uh-huh.
never even heard of them.
Right.
Like which
mean,
ones? Which ones haven't you heard of?
Most of them,
Well, the ones we mentioned today.
yeah, a lot of them. Like,
Robert Humphrey's got another.
like for example, Phantasm.
Descent is
Rob said-
scary. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
The Descent is pretty creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, The Descent is like in my top 10. I love that movie.
If you have a serious,
That's why I've been watching a lot of Rob's videos because he's been talking about movies I've never even heard of. And I've been
I think some of
I'll
the
pick that up.
scariest stuff in Descent is before the creatures come into play, you know, like when they're just trying to survive in the cave and stuff.
Yeah, the creatures were like the
Like
icing on
crossing
the
each
cake.
other. And
Yeah,
That whole ending was creepy too when she had that dream.
dude. When that girl, I think her name was Holly, when she falls down that hole and she breaks her leg, I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
And they tried to put the bone back in, and then she gets her throat ripped out by one of those creatures. I'm just like, dude, she got bad in that movie.
Yeah, every time they have scenes like that in any kind of movie, oh god,
yeah.
It always gets me too in that car accident towards the beginning when the tree goes right through the guy's head.
Yeah, and in a way, it's almost psychological when at the ending is psychological because you think that she gets out.
Be like, oh, she escaped.
But there's also another ending where she does get out, but she sees Juno in the car
as a ghost.
As a ghost, yeah. I didn't really care for that one.
And then she wakes up in the cave.
Yeah, I like the one. Yeah, I like the theatrical, that one better.
Yeah. Frozen was good.
Yes. Dude, Frozen. Yeah. The part where the wolves are eating, what's his name?
Kevin Zegers.
Kevin Zegers, like, oh my god.
Yeah, man, I can't believe Disney did that movie. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Zegers was in Dawn of the Dead remake, I think, too.
Yeah, he was. He was also in what's that one?
Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn. Yes, he was in that one too.
Yeah.
He was actually the first one to get killed in Wrong Turn.
Yeah, and his girlfriend in that one was the same girl in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They were both stupid.
Yeah.
In those movies, they did stupid things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the part that always gets you with Kevin Zegers and Frozen is when his legs get broken.
When he jumps off, like damn, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, we got appearance from Kane Hodder too.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kane Hodder was a snowplow driver. Yeah. I almost forgot about that.
That was really good.
And that also had Emma Bell in it before Walking Dead.
That's my favorite Adam Green movie.
Another movie,
without a doubt.
Dude. Another movie that's really good that no one ever talks about, and it's Wesley. You might like it. I'm not sure if you're into westerns, but it's called Bone Tomahawk.
Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah,
I still need to see that.
That's a good
movie. That movie throws you a
movie
throws you a curveball because it is a cowboy, or it's like a western horror film, and
there's not really too many of those either.
No, not really.
The only other western horror film I could think of was probably Ghost Town.
Oh yeah,
from back in the 90s or something like that. There's not really many western horror. I guess another one that I guess you can kind of consider a western horror film. I don't know if anybody's gonna remember this title, but Dead Birds.
Was that
Henry?
What year was that?
2004. It had I think it had Henry. I know it had Henry Thomas in there.
Okay.
Had Henry Thomas, and there was one other guy I'm thinking of. I can't think who else was in it though. I want to say Michael Shannon, but I don't think it was Michael Shannon.
How about this? I know Thomas has seen it. I'm not sure if you have, Alex, and for Sean and Wes. One of the most controversial movies ever made.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
No, I still.
I remember.
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it was controversial because they thought that the director killed a bunch of people.
Yes, the effects were so real that they actually thought
animals actually got killed in it.
Animals got killed.
Yeah. But no person was killed.
Yeah, right.
Because he was actually sent to. He went all the way up to the courts.
Yep.
I mean, it's effective, you know.
Yeah, you watch that movie. You will not forget it.
I certainly remember after 10 years.
Yeah, I mean,
it scars you.
Yeah, it does. Cannibal Ferox is another one. That's another one too.
Cannibal Holocaust with the whole turtle scene makes me I couldn't look at a pizza the same way for another 2 weeks.
What about turtle soup? could you see the same way? Turtle soup? You couldn't have turtle soup for a little.
Oh, I never ate turtle soup.
I remember grabbing the DVD copy of Cannibal Holocaust at FYE. The worker there saw that I grabbed it, and he goes, "Oh man," he's like, "I was gonna get that after work," and I said, "Oh, sorry." So they had one left.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
They had one left, and it was the
Sure.
grindhouse.
Do you remember how much?
Customer's always right, asshole.
It was like
Hey,
20.
Bob.
It was like $24.
That's not bad for a grindhouse release.
Yeah, and it because it was rare. Because I was looking it up, it was rare at that point. And it's like FYE has them. Like, oh my god! And yeah, I went home and watched it, and I'm like, wow.
I got that. I actually got that as a Christmas gift one year.
So how do you think they would have got that scene with the girl? You know, the pole through her mouth and the
Going through her butt.
Yeah, that was that's a crazy scene. Yeah. Yeah, then there's
Actually, hold on a second here.
the Cannibal Ferox. There's a scene where they hang this woman by her boobs and on hooks. They shove the hooks through, and there she's hanging. She's just hanging there, and I'm just like, oh my god, like what? Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Cannibal films are stuff that are that's in a genre all itself. I mean, it's just
it is.
Here we go.
Yeah, same one I got. Yep.
There it is. Although I think your it has like the slipcase on it.
Mm-hmm.
Your slipcase, like the actual DVD case, is different than the one I have. Because it isn't the one that you have has like the three people in the front, and one has like one tooth missing.
Yeah, like they're shoving the spear. It's like 3D. Like they're shoving the spear at you. Like
my DVD case does not have that cover.
Oh, okay.
It has this one.
Yeah, that's the original. That's the cover that everyone knows about. Mine has like a special cover. I don't know. Yeah.
I say this is probably one of my favorite releases because of all the features.
I had the Blu-ray version, and the Blu-ray version comes with the soundtrack.
Ooh, I would like to get the soundtrack of that though. The soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah.
It's got a great musical score. And this is coming and look at this quote on the back from Eli Roth.
Yeah, Eli Roth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob. Fuck off.
The thing is, stuff like that I can't watch too often. It's like I watch it once and then, yeah, it affects me, but I don't want to go back and watch it a bunch of times. You know?
Yeah, it's one of those films that you just want to like leave alone after you watch it. It's like, okay, I'll watch something.
It
doesn't have great rewatch value.
No, not unless you want to make some like one of your friends sick to their stomach who haven't watched it.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
If
Let's all get a good meal, big meal together, and
yeah, start eating a pizza, and then this turtle scene shows up. It comes up.
Funny thing is that when me and my buddy watched it 10 years ago, we had pizza night that night.
Have you guys ever eaten while watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
The remake or the original?
The original.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen it so many times it doesn't matter.
Yeah, actually
I was eating Papa John's one night watching it.
I remember we had the first time I ever watched it was my freshman year of high school. I got it from Best Buy, the 2-disc Ultimate Edition, and that night I slept over at my buddy's house on a Friday night, and we ended up ordering chicken wings and pizza and French fries.
You guys are sick.
From a local pizza place.
Got some ribs, a rack of lamb.
Yeah.
Dude, I was eating like freaking like chicken wings and meat once when I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre the original. That's good. Yeah.
That's another movie that
Slaughterhouse.
That does it right without having to show a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Franklin gets sawed pretty much in his wheelchair, they don't really show it. It just you can hear him screaming, but you don't. You know,
love the part. Fucking hate
Yeah.
Franklin.
I don't think I'll be able to
There's
take
just enough light where you can see what he's doing, you know.
Yeah. Sally!
Mhm.
I'll go with you. Hold on. I'll go with you.
To me, Chainsaw Massacre becomes a great film after Franklin dies. Once he dies, then everything's
Yeah,
great.
Franklin dying is one of the most satisfying scenes.
Yes.
You don't like the hitcher. You don't like the hitcher part. You don't like.
No, I'm saying it's good. I'm saying, but Franklin, I can't stand that. Can't stand that.
I have this knife. It's a good knife.
Once he died, my favorite part of Texas Chainsaw Massacre is after he dies. The whole chase scene, the dinner scene, with the grandpa, like all that. The end, like the whole
when
Good picture.
Grandpa using the hammer.
yes, oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Because Franklin's out of the picture, so everything else is great. Yeah.
Marilyn Burns, honestly, that whole performance was better than any kind of final girl, any kind of girl that survives. That she did one of the best jobs I've ever seen. When she's screaming, she's getting hit over the head, and she jumps out the window. Wow!
Imagine what it was like them filming those scenes where they getting close up to her eyeballs and she's like, her eyes.
She said, I remember an old interview. She said that by the end, when they were almost done filming, she felt like she was going crazy.
I can
used that in the performance.
I still laugh at the part where that truck driver throws the wrench at him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It worked though. He got messed up. He sawed himself his own leg.
It worked.
She's in the back of the pickup truck, and she's like.
but then when you watch after he does that, and Leatherface gets up, then you see the truck driver run. He's running.
Yeah.
He's running
where the fuck did they end up going?
I don't know.
Leatherface almost gets her there, like when he swings.
Yeah, he does.
Once she takes off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can imagine that truck driver coming back for his truck, and then he sees Leatherface in the road going.
Actually, you know what? There's one sequel I definitely like more than the original, and that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I do prefer that one. So go back to that.
It's a good sequel, but I
know.
for
me, it's personally I enjoy it more.
I love part 2.
Yeah.
Better than the original. I don't know.
Part 3 is good too. I think
different.
Yeah. Because Franklin, to me, fucking ruins the original. I really hate the character. Part 3 is not so bad.
How would you compare the dinner scene in part 2 to part 1?
It is better than part 1.
Part 1's more creepier.
It is, yeah.
Part 2 is more comical.
It is
more comical.
Part 2 is kind of a comedy.
It is. Yeah, it's like comedy.
It's like Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead 1. You know?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't even watch that Evil Dead series. Did you guys watch the show? The Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead or whatever?
I watched the first couple. I haven't gotten around.
I saw a couple of those episodes. It was pretty good. It lasted for what, like 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I have to start watching that. Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Because they're gonna have another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
did you guys watch that show on Netflix called Squid Games?
No.
No, I haven't seen that.
I heard it's sick.
It's like I watched like the first 2 episodes, and there's it's like they play kids games, but it's violent. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I think it's like Korean made, but it's
South Korean.
Yeah, and you know what? When it comes to Korean, I like their movie. Like Train to Busan, I believe was Korean.
Yes.
And I think, and there's a movie called The Host with which is like about a monster.
Oh, guys, I gotta go. I gotta walk the dogs real quick, and I gotta help my mom out real quick. I'll be right there. I'll keep my camera on though.
You can turn off your camera
Okay.
so you don't want to see your.
Oh yeah, how do you do that?
Just hit stop cam.
Yeah, at the
stop.
bottom.
I see it. Hold on.
Yeah, at the
I'll be right back.
Okay,
bottom.
there you go.
Another series actually that was on Netflix I liked was The Rain.
What was it?
The
It's
rain.
called The Rain.
The Rain?
I'm not sure where it comes from. I think it's Polish. It's a horror series where it's where I guess they let out this this biochemical thing and it goes into the air. It mixes with the rain and it turns everyone into zombies.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's kind of like Return of the Living Dead.
And it focuses on these two siblings where I really don't want to give up the twist if you ever do watch it, but someone they know very closely is a part of this whole conspiracy to try to wipe out certain things, but they end up pretty much wiping out everyone.
Okay.
There's one on Netflix called Black Summer, and I've talked to
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh, have you? What'd you think of that?
I liked the first couple episodes, and then I kind of got bored with it. It was like the same thing.
Season 2 is, in my opinion, better than the first season because there's a lot more new characters and there's a lot more, I don't know, zombie stuff going on.
All right. Well,
seemed like almost like The Walking Dead in a way.
Yeah, that show I watched like the first 4 seasons, I believe, of that, and I kind of got bored.
You gave up before I did.
I gave up when Andrew Lincoln left. That's when I left.
Oh, I gave up.
All right, Rick's gone. I'm gone.
Right. Yeah.
all right. Well,
What does it seem like in that show? Like, what?
We'll talk to you guys later. I gotta get going.
Okay.
It was cool. It was cool being on here.
Thanks for.
Hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah.
We should, yeah. We'll have random streams and things. So
Yeah. All the time, yeah.
You guys
we're
do
just
it.
getting back to streaming again. It's been on because we haven't done.
You guys do it just on Sundays or on other days?
When we have time.
Well, the weekend is the only time I can really do it because I work nights during the week.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out too, guys.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
It
hang
was fun
with the
talking about
family,
this.
watch some scary movies.
Yeah.
Reading some new scary movies.
Some candy.
Yeah.
It's really awesome to have you guys on. That's really cool that you finally got to.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Well, I watch the streams, but I'm thinking, man, sometimes they need a couple more people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We can't hardly get Dan on really anymore. He's always kind of busy, so. Oh, it's good to have more
pleasure.
people.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
All right,
good one.
You guys have a good Halloween.
You guys have a great Halloween. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
see you, Les.
Right.
See ya.
See ya. Well, there goes our special guest. They all left.
Yeah.
And Thomas
Hey,
is
it's
still
just
walking his
Alex.
dog. Thomas.
Yeah, buddy. Well,
it was different from last year because last year we had guests coming in and out like throughout.
yeah.
Whereas here they all came on at the very beginning, you know.
Right. Yeah. It was cool to have them on.
Yeah, definitely. I was just messaging Heezy to see if he has time to come on the show because he said he probably wouldn't, but I don't know.
Well, two become one? Not really, because I'm too tall for that.
Well, two become one? What? I don't understand that. Like,
will Alex be in my body, or will I be in his?
what's this like Get Out? We're gonna trade brains.
Well, you wouldn't like mine.
No.
I graduated with a 3.9 GPA, so maybe. I don't know.
See, I mine was lower than that. So then again, I didn't really try as hard as I could have.
Like only one will.
Well, Thomas will be back, so maybe he'll be the last one standing.
I'm gonna leave right now.
Yeah. He's walking his dog. Who knows how long that would take?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh gosh.
I'm playing Halloween 2 in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, so you got the Suicide Squad on Blu-ray, right? This week.
I did. Yes,
you
I
haven't
did.
you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't had time to watch it yet.
Okay. So that's what you didn't answer my question in the chat yesterday. Yeah.
What?
Huh? That's what you didn't answer my question in the chat yesterday. I was like, "What did you think of it?" Because I was just, or did you see it? I forgot what I asked exactly.
Oh,
because you haven't seen it. Yeah.
you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I will though. Anyway.
All right. That's that's just creepy, man. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh my god, that's horrible. The clown from hell, literally.
Oh.
And I'm usually not afraid of clowns. Really. Just Jack is
Yeah, you are.
not really just Jack, just this guy. Yeah. Burp the loudest? Dude, I have to drink a lot of soda to burp. Or eat a lot of food. I can't just burp out of the fly. You know. I will always probably lose a burping contest.
Let's see who can fart the loudest. Ready? Oh.
Yeah.
Where's Papa? Oh, okay.
Plus, he said, Rob is the clown of King of Flash.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. The clown king of Flash.
Watch me go. Oh, I'm too slow. Oh. It's hot in here. God, it's hot.
What?
Anyway, I wore this because I'm promoting something in the video that I filmed earlier.
Oh, cool.
So,
speaking of videos, like, did you notice that our blooper video got more views than the review?
I couldn't believe how many views it got. I don't even have that many subs.
The blooper one did,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't even have that many subs, and I got there's tons of views on it.
Yeah,
holy crap.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, whatever. Art, master part. Hi. Yes. Sean Urshan he's a cool guy on YouTube. He does movie reviews and stuff. he came on our stream. It's really cool.
All right. Wesley's got a question for you.
Yes, to answer your questions. Yeah, that's what the trick or treat event is that we do every Halloween. Couldn't do it last year because of COVID. But yeah, this year I'll be doing that.
That's gonna be you. That's gonna be you.
I'm gonna be filming it too. So.
Yeah. Well. Hopefully, next year I can join you guys. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I mean.
Yeah, I know. You guys. Listen, you guys always have fun doing it.
I mean, there's so many kids. I mean, if there wasn't hardly any kids, it wouldn't be fun.
Right.
But there's so many. People want to take pictures and like it's just crazy. Like it's like
throughout the years, you guys always have a lot of trick or treaters, right?
At his house, yeah. Where I am, no, but where he is, it's like the main. I want to say like one of the main streets that people go to here. And so they kind of migrate towards that street and then go up and down both sides. And then they have enough candy for, it's just kind of, I don't know. I guess he's in a good place.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like, what was the one like moment where you guys just really scared a kid? Like the one kid just right. I'm talking about like to tears, that kind of scared.
There was one time this girl, she's probably, I don't know, 7, 8. She walked up the stairs to get the candy, and I was Michael Myers, and I walked behind her. I was far enough away. I was probably like 7, 8 feet away, and she turned around and she screamed so loud that, I mean, she dropped her candy down the steps. I kind of felt bad, but she screamed and she started crying. Like she started being like, ah, 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 like that. And her, I think it was her dad, maybe, or mom. I forgot which one. Come over and had to get her off the stairs because she wouldn't move. I mean, I was far enough away to where she could have left. Yeah. I wasn't blocking her, but she was at like a standstill. Like she could not. She was frozen. So yeah, that was probably. I mean, I don't like scaring. Here's the thing: I like scaring kids that are old enough to, to do that. Like I don't want to scare like the little tiny. Right. I don't do that. I like to even. What's interesting? Kids in junior high. That's the main target because then they kind of like walk around like they're not scared of nothing, but then they keep looking back. Like there's this one kid who was really cocky. This one kid, I could tell he was in junior high. Hey, and he was in junior high, and he would walk up to me and go, "Hey, what's up?" Like acting like he's not scared. But when I would walk behind him, he kept doing this. He was looking behind him. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you're scared. I'm like, why do you keep doing that? In my mind, I'm thinking like I'm getting to him. Yeah. Those are the funnest. I like scaring those guys.
Oh my god.
What? You're right, Thomas.
Oh yeah, had to walk the dogs, get groceries out of the back trunk.
I'm probably gonna have to get off here in a few minutes because I gotta get things ready for tonight.
Yeah, sorry, I missed out on Sean and Wesley leaving.
Oh yeah, they both left at the same time.
How long after that I stopped my camera did they leave?
Like 3 or 4 minutes later.
Oh wow, so they went up right away.
They're like, "Thomas left. We want to leave now."
Did they really?
No. I just
Sean said he was going to watch some horror movies, and then Wes had some things to do. So.
yeah. They said our favorite movie poster left. We're leaving. No, just kidding. No, Rob was just telling me about like I asked him like was there ever a time where he scared, like, he really truly scared trick or treater every time they do these trick or treating events.
Yeah.
And the older videos you re-uploaded, there's like is that one in the one you just mentioned? Is that one in the one of the videos? I think it was. Your Myers are one of them. And there are some kids that are like trying to get away from you guys and screaming.
Are you talking about my old video?
Yeah, the one you just re-uploaded recently.
Which one, 2018 or 2019?
It was the one 2018, the one when you're Michael Myers and Dan Pinhead.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, there was a couple of kids that were like screaming, like trying to get away from you guys, and they're getting really scared.
No, that's what I meant, Wes. Yeah, like you were. Yeah. I'm gonna be getting off here anyway too.
Hey, he's watching.
Hey.
Since he's watching, then we're getting extra views there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Like I said, like anybody can leave at any time. This is not a regular stream, really. I probably won't be on too long. I probably maybe like half an hour, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom just got back from getting some more things for Halloween.
I can get something to eat too.
I
don't know. Oh fuck! I don't know whether to, because they're showing the original Ghostbusters here in theaters. Maybe I should go check that out, or maybe stay at home and watch on something else. Who knows? I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. What are you leaning more towards?
I don't want to stay home. Maybe I'll finally see X3.
Oh yeah, you never saw the sequel.
I still never seen it. I know you guys always mention that.
Yeah, it's a good sequel.
Forky says I gotta grab some food before start.
Oh, 4K. Yeah, he's got to grab some food.
Yeah, this is around the time everybody's gotta just leave and get ready for speakers.
That's my favorite color.
We're gonna have my mom just got back with a bunch of stuff, chips, and she's getting ready to make the pigs in a blanket.
Right. And you guys usually get a lot of trick or treaters?
We got pretty decent amount of them last year, even with the pandemic.
Oh wow, that was last year. Well, what about the year before?
Oh yeah, year before that though, we got a lot.
Also,
It's probably gonna be back to normal again this year.
Yeah.
When now with the vaccinations and
people will feel more comfortable.
Yeah, people might not be wearing many masks and
compared to last year. Oh, they were wearing masks. Yeah, they are wearing masks like this.
Nah, I mean like wearing face masks.
Halloween costumes. Now when they're out, you know what I mean.
Oh, Rob's normal and had his clothes.
He's not evil anymore.
Jack left.
Oh, thank God. I almost peed my pants when he was around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably get off. I gotta get stuff packed here and get over to his house. So
yeah.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Yeah, this is a fun random dream. Yeah.
Go scare some children for me.
I'll have those videos up probably here. I don't know, maybe later. So
yeah, that's fine.
You guys will be able to watch them.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely look forward to that. Yeah. Here's one question: how is Dan supposed to walk in this costume?
He He was practicing. I'm not sure if he's going to do a lot of walking.
He's gonna fall.
I hope everything goes well with that. We'll see.
Yeah.
If he does fall, it'll be on camera.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself. That's all.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
man.
I'll see you guys later.
All right, Rob.
Have fun.
Yeah. Take care.
Don't eat too much candy.
I will.
Okay.
I'm about to say Rob should do that Jimmy Kimmel challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh, he could.
Well, you know what? Maybe now that his kids are a little bit older, maybe they might not fall for it though.
Maybe not. I don't know. Unless he's done it already, and they.
No, he's never told me that he ever did that. So I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. That's like a tradition for Halloween for me every year is watching that Jimmy Kimmel challenge.
Right. Yeah.
Because I like seeing like the reactions and.
Yeah.
I think my favorite reactions of like those kind of like those candy challenge videos is like when the parents like break it very easily.
Right.
And then it's kind of like the kids, like, even though after the parent already says, like, hey, this is enough, like, just kidding, like things like that. Like the kid is like still wailing and going and going and going. And it's like the parents can't do anything to calm the kid down.
Right.
It's kind of like, the ones that are kind of funny, though, are like the ones where there's like no reaction whatsoever.
There's some that don't fall for it.
Some that don't fall for it. What's that?
At first.
Well, some of them don't fall for it, period, 100%. I think there was even one point where I don't know if it was a mom who was filming her kid doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and then I think, I forget it was a daughter or a son that she had, but she was like, or they were like, are you recording this for Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
So they already knew about what the challenge was.
Yeah.
So then they had to stop the camera. They're like, oh, well, that was a fail.
There's one funny one where it was a little girl, and then the mom was like, "Sorry, honey, I ate all your Halloween candy. Why? I was hungry. You don't eat candy. You're already fat."
There was one video, I think it was from it's not like a really big highly viewed one, kind of like that one was, but it was like I forget, it was like 2013 or 14. It was one of those Halloweens. It was when it was filmed in a kitchen somewhere, and then like the little girl was told that her candy was eaten by her mom.
Yeah.
And so like she was like one of those ones that like threw a temper tantrum. Like when kids throw temper tantrums, they throw a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So this one in particular, there were I don't know if it was definitely like not plates or anything. It might have been just like paper plates or something like that. But there was like all this stuff. Like she threw it. It looked like she grabbed something and then she threw like on the ground, like, and slammed it. I think it was like some sort of like a lanyard or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like taking all the things off the table and then throwing them this way and throwing them that way. And then she started knocking all the chairs over.
Mm-hmm.
So you get those kind.
Yeah. All right.
And sometimes you even get those ones too, where when the kid, like, it slowly builds up a little bit of them until when they break down in tears, like it slowly gets there.
Yeah.
They kind of take it all in first, and then they finally break down, and then it's like then you get those ones where the parents, like, as soon as they finally break, they don't keep going, but some of them actually do keep going. So I'm always curious to see like what reactions are per year.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a video. It's called 3 True Trick-or-Treating Horror Stories.
Is this from the guy that you watch?
Yeah, Mr. Nightmare.
Mr. Nightmare, yeah.
There's a new video. Well, his most recent video. Let's see. Oops, there you go. Trick-or-Treating Horror Stories. Story 1 by Brody Baxson.
I experienced a sketchy situation on Halloween.
Dude, that looks like Halloween 4.
My cousin came over for Halloween that year just to go trick-or-treating.
I was 15 at the time, and I know that's a bit old for trick-or-treating, but hey, it's free candy. My cousin was also 15, and we were planning on taking it easy that Halloween and just hitting enough houses to make a reasonable haul before we went home. My friend and his younger brother went with us, but we eventually went our separate ways. It was pretty busy, and there was a whole lot of kids at every house with decorations up. My cousin Jack and I decided to hit some of the houses with lights on with no kids already on the front stoops. Lots of houses that we had already hit before that had no decorations up and had lights on all had people inside ready to deliver candy to trick-or-treaters. But all the other kids I know for a fact target the heavily decorated houses. We ended up getting through like 4 houses in a minute because of no lineups. The next house in the line was not decorated at all, but there was a light on, so we thought we'd give it a shot. We knocked on the door, and immediately an older man opened the door. He opened it completely, which revealed 5 other guys just standing there. They were much younger than the older man who opened the door. I'm guessing they were in their late 30s, while the older man who opened the door was in his early 50s. He held out a bowl of candy, then reached in and grabbed some and put it in each of our bags. The older man asked Jack what his name was, and Jack responded to his question using a fake name. Jack said bye before the older man could say anything else. We walked off the front stoop, and alarms immediately started going off in my head. Jack seemed alarmed as well.
Run.
We started talking about how sketchy that was. Why were there 6 guys right there when we opened the door? Why were they all acting so strange? Those were the questions that were floating around in my head. Jack and I were a little spooked because of how weird that was. We went to 2 more houses, then we started walking to my house. Jack and I glanced back at that house to see a car pulling out of the driveway. The car drove up the way we were walking and started slowing down right next to us. The roads were clear, and all the trick-or-treaters were on the sidewalks, so there should have been no reason the car slowed down right next to us. We picked up the pace a bit, and that's when another car sped up behind them, eventually beginning to go the same pace as the first car. I recognized the guy driving the first car, and the guy driving the second car. The guy driving the first car was the older guy who gave us the candy, and the driver in the second car was one of the 5 guys just standing there suspiciously. There was also somebody in the passenger seat in the first car, but all I could see was the silhouette of the person. When Jack and I were 2 houses away from my house, we saw the first car parked right across the street from my house. We didn't even see where the second car went. We just bolted back inside my house. Our parents, who were sitting in the living room talking, asked us what was wrong. We told them the whole story, and when we were finished, we went to the window to check if that car was still parked across the street, and it was. But then 5 seconds after I checked, it drove off. It had probably been parked there for the 5 minutes since we went inside my house. My mom and Jack's mom wanted Jack and I to go show our dads the house where all those guys were in. But eventually, our parents calmed us down and told us it was just a Halloween gag or something. Though I have my own theory on what was going on. The reason why there were 6 guys in the main doorway was because when a lone trick-or-treater or a group of trick-or-treaters much younger than Jack and I came to the door, they were looking to jump or snatch them. But when they saw that Jack and I were teenagers and literally the same height as them, they decided to play it cool, even though they still looked sketchy. And why they were following us in their cars, we will never know. But when the night ended and everyone was off to bed, I realized that house is only 1 block from my house.
That's creepy, right?
Wow.
Yeah. This thing get a lot creepier. Story 2 by Tommy Gross. Gross.
This was many years ago. My old buddy Anthony and I were getting on our costumes to go trick-or-treating. We started going house to house just like a normal night. We got to the old part of our neighborhood, where our parents would tell us not to go because we were only 12 years old and we didn't know our way around there. We walked up to the first house there, and a nice lady opened the door who gave us big Hershey bars. After that, while we were walking to literally only the second house in this part of the neighborhood, this random guy came screaming and running towards us down the street. He came out from behind a church. We thought it was just a Halloween prank at first, like anyone would, so we stood there just laughing. But as soon as he got up to us, he tried taking the pillowcase full of candy out of my hands, so my buddy Anthony started hitting him with his pillowcase.
Yeah.
By the time we got to this old neighborhood, we had a lot of candy, so being hit with that pillowcase surely had to hurt. Anthony was hitting him until he let go of the pillowcase and started running away. We thought that was the end of him, until we started walking back, extremely shocked and confused. I called my mom and asked her if she could pick us up because we were pretty far from home, and that whole experience kind of made us want to get off the streets. As soon as she got to our location, we explained what happened, and she almost didn't believe us. That's how ridiculous it sounded. We got home around 10 p.m., and shortly after that, there was a knock at the front door. My dad figured it was just a late-night trick-or-treater, so we went to answer the door, and standing there was a man in a jumpsuit with a Michael Myers mask. My dad was confused because he was wondering what he was doing out alone trick-or-treating, and based on his height and build, he looked like an older man, not a kid or a teenager. Either way, my dad just gave him candy and didn't really care to say anything. But while Anthony and I were sitting on the couch, we noticed him staring at us, like his masked face was staring right at us in the living room. I felt slightly unsettled by it and was waiting for him to just turn and leave. My dad ended up shutting the door in his face when he wouldn't walk away. So fast forward to like 1 in the morning. We were about to go to bed, but on our way upstairs, we heard a knock at the door. There was no way I was opening the door at that hour, and I knew this couldn't be anything good this late. So I went to tell my dad there was a knock at the door, and he said just ignore it. So Anthony and I go up to the room and turn on a movie. Anthony heard something, though, and told me to mute the TV, and when I did, I heard it too. It was the sound of leaves crackling in the backyard. I looked in the backyard, and I saw that man in the Michael Myers costume, swinging on the swing set in our yard, staring into my bedroom window.
Damn.
I felt like my heart was up my chest and up into my throat. It's like he was purposely recreating a scene from a horror movie to scare us. I ran into my dad's room and told him that the man in the Michael Myers costume was on our swing set. He took on this expression of shock and concern just like ours, and he looked outside, but he didn't see anyone there. Then, right when we were looking, we heard a knock at the back door. My dad went downstairs to the door, but nobody was there. This man was toying with us, harassing us to scare us. It had to be a Halloween prank. My dad was equally concerned now. All of a sudden, I heard my mom scream in the other room. So Anthony, my dad, and I ran upstairs to see the man in the Michael Myers costume standing at the end of the bed staring at my mom. My dad told Anthony and I to run and call the police. My friend and I ran downstairs and grabbed the nearest phone. We called 911 and told them that a man dressed as Michael Myers had broken into our house. The operator asked if everyone was all right. I said he's upstairs, and my dad has him, but we needed cops immediately. She told me to stay on the phone and that police were en route to the house. From upstairs, there was the sound of my dad screaming, followed by their sliding window being pushed open. The two of us ran upstairs to see my mom and dad laying on the floor. My mom was crying, and my dad's nose was bleeding. My dad said the man jumped out through the window. When the police arrived, Anthony, my dad, and I told them everything we could. They did a sweep of the property inside and out, which took about 20 minutes, and the premises was clear. I think that might...
Wesley, here, yes. Oh, yeah, I'll answer the question. It's a YouTube video by a YouTuber named Mr. Nightmare.
And he tells like all these like horror stories.
Yeah, or allegedly true. So
Mhm.
they think about trick-or-treating horror stories. Like, people send them their stories to him, and he narrates them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the gist of his YouTube channel.
Yeah, the one that was with us on the live stream was Crawford, right? Wesley Crawford.
Yeah.
So who's Wesley Perez?
It's the same person.
Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, I thought it was two different Wesleys.
No.
That had been my last year trick-or-treating, and for good reason. I still wonder if the man that tried to take my candy was the man wearing the Michael Myers costume, and I deeply regret leaving that part out of the story we gave to the police.
Anonymous.
Oh, that means it's really serious.
Halloween was always one of my least favorite days of the year. I never had a lot of friends in middle school or high school, so I never really had any plans on Halloween. In middle school, I didn't really go trick-or-treating, and in high school, I never really went to any Halloween parties. This was also at a time when my sister was away at college, so due to the fact that my parents were hardly ever home, I'd usually be home alone.
Oh, no.
This was one of many Halloween nights that I was left
Home Alone on Halloween night? Wow.
Oh, that's just...
Yeah.
alone. Halloween was on a Friday this
Can be
particular
good, right?
year, so kids were out in droves and later than usual. My parents were gone for the week. My mom left a bunch of bags of candy for me to hand to kids. I got kind of sick of the doorbell ringing every 5 minutes all day, so eventually I just poured an entire bag of candies into a plastic bowl we had in one of the kitchen cabinets. My mom never really liked leaving a bowl on the stoop, but she wasn't there, so what was she gonna do?
Mhm.
That lasted a good while because the constant ringing of the doorbell stopped for a couple hours at least, and when the bowl was empty, I refilled it. I wasn't expecting to hear the doorbell again the rest of the night because even if the bowl were emptied, I assumed people would know not to bother ringing the bell at a house with an empty bowl. So when the bell did ring again, I was not only surprised, but also felt a hint of annoyance. I ignored the first ring, but about 30 seconds later, there was another ring. This time I got up from my computer, pausing the game I was playing, and went down to check who was at the front door. I opened the door, and there were two guys in white vendetta masks holding small plastic bags with very minimal candy inside, it seemed. Neither of the two of them said trick or treat. They just ominously both stood there, and then lifted up their bags and held them open. I said, "Hang on, I'll get more candy." I felt intimidated, if I'm being honest. I went to get the bag of Reese's and grabbed a few to put in their bags. When I dropped the candies in their plastic bags, one of them, I don't know which, asked in a monotone voice, "Are you home alone?" I said no, but with a stutter because the question scared me. I said, "My parents are here." Then I said, "Have a good night," and shut the door. I waited by the door listening to see if I'd hear them walk down the steps. I finally heard footsteps leaving, so I felt relieved and started going back upstairs. But that question, "Am I home alone?" kept haunting me. I couldn't just go back to my game after hearing that. And then I realized the possibility as to why they would have asked me that, because there were no cars at all in the driveway or in front of the house, yet the lights were on. Then when I, an at the time 14-year-old kid, opened the door, I probably looked like the easiest target ever. My paranoia was clearly justified though, because while sitting at my desk trying to get back into my game, I heard this loud bang from my window. I was on the second floor, so clearly something was just thrown at the window. My heart started to pound the inside of my chest again. In response, I turned off the computer screen and desk lamp to bring darkness into the room. I then looked out the window, and though I couldn't see anything out there because it was too dark, another object was thrown at the window right in front of me, this one scaring me even more than the last. It sounded like a rock. I instantly felt this intensifying sense of danger. I ducked back down behind the window and left my bedroom. I didn't have a cell phone at the time, only an iPod Touch, so I had to get to the kitchen house phone. I crawled my way down the stairs so not to be seen through any of the windows. I got to the kitchen phone and dialed 911, but I think they saw even just the light from the little screen of the phone, because there was suddenly an aggressive banging on one of the kitchen windows. By now I was on the phone with 911 begging for help. As I crouch walked out of the kitchen and towards the back door, I screamed, realizing there was one of the guys in the vendetta masks on the other side of the back door, trying to open it. I started screaming into the phone for help, but around the same time, a familiar voice was calling from the other side of the front door. It was our next door neighbor, Chris. I rushed to answer the door and he came in, clearly happy to see I was okay. He took the phone from me and spoke to the police for me. He saw the two masked men enter my backyard from his kitchen window and saw them throwing multiple things at the windows of the house. By the time any police officers arrived at the house, those two masked men clearly knew better than to have stuck around. Chris invited me to sleep at his place for the night just to be safe. He was good friends with my dad before he moved, so he really didn't mind helping me. Having good relations with your neighbors may just save your life one day, you never know. What I do know is this experience made me hate Halloween just that much more.
Damn, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that, and how long ago was that one?
This was just a week ago.
Oh, so it's newer. Okay.
This is a recent upload.
Was that his most recent one?
Yeah, this was last week. Yeah.
How often does he post videos?
Like recently, he's been posting like 2 or 3 a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like every October, he always posts one that's Halloween related, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did. It was a treat. Oh, shit. Yeah, he uploaded 4 videos this month.
Who?
He uploaded 4 videos this month.
Oh, he did. Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna get off soon. I'm probably gonna end the stream
Oh, okay.
because I am hungry with the capital H. Yeah. Ah. Ah. So yeah, I try to message Cheesy and saying like, oh, we have open spots now, but he ain't gonna come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Whatever happened with Heezy?
he didn't respond.
Uh,
He's probably busy.
he's watching Halloween 5.
Probably.
All
Probably, yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna end this now. All
right.
right. Thank you, everybody who commented, who watched our show.
Yeah,
Thank you
Wesley and Forka, Robert Humphrey,
Thank you, everybody all those our special guests, Julie, Wesley, and
Sean, Rob.
Yeah, Rob. Well, Rob wasn't a special guest.
Well, I mean, like, I'm including all guests.
Oh yeah. Well, he's part of the stream always.
Yeah, but like everybody that was in
Yeah,
here.
everyone was here. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Yeah, and this was fun. Like, hopefully, we do this again. Like random streams. Like I like to do this once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one again for your birthday in January.
Maybe, but then again, I'll probably be watching Scream 5.
Yeah, probably.
All right, man. Let's end this now.
All right.
Everybody have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Stay safe. Don't eat too much candy. Don't eat the razor blade. Don't eat the apples.
And make sure you watch out for guys in Vendetta masks.
Yes. Don't talk to strangers either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure you have friends with you.
Yeah. Don't go trick-or-treating alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Adios.